Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NeverOpenPod, the podcast open to everyone. Come on, especially you. You know it already. And I'll give you a hint. Yeah! My name is Luke. I'm your host of the NeverOpenPod, and with me, as always, is Mr. Andy. Say hello, Mr. Andy.
Hello, Mr. Andy. Hello, Luke, and hello to the listeners, and hello to Doki. We did hear at the beginning of the show, right before we started talking, we heard the Japanese call of Doki defeating Hiromu Takahashi, which will be probably 45% of the show today, maybe 51. Will just be us talking about how awesome Doki is. Tremendous show, and maybe one that's not so good we get to talk about today on the Never Open podcast.
I'm pretty sure most of the correspondence I gave to you about these two shows was, I cried at Stokey, oh my god, now I'm watching the match in Japanese, this is amazing. Yeah. And there are ways people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We are on the Tweety still. Yeah, we still use it. NeverOpenPod. That's at NeverOpenPod. Yeah, that's it. And I'm at Grumpy2EB, and Mr. Andy is at Drews for Tweets. If you want to send us a written or voicemail, you can do that too. NeverOpenPod at gmail.com. Also, we're on the YouTube. Look us up. Never Open Podcast. You can even see me do this intro, which works especially for this bit, because if you got any of that Sasha Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store. You can buy merch. That'll make you look never as I got to play it up now because the camera's on.
Wow, that was something else. Show. You did it. I appreciate it. I appreciate your exuberance. And while you were talking, I went on the website and bought a T-shirt because I have Sasha Banks money. Clearly, I mean, look at these sunglasses. Are you kidding me? If you aren't watching, then listen. You hear that? That's the sound of sunglasses. So
I can hear the glare off the sunglasses and everything. Yeah. So they're very loud.
There's deafening. The glare is.
All right, so we do have some news, Mr. Guy. Hey, Wato's surgery is doing good. Yay!
He's real sad though. He's posting these pictures of himself, and it's like one of them was, I haven't had a shower for 4 days because I had surgery, and he looks so sad. He's breaking kayfabe. I don't like it. So
how many times has Desperado's phone dinged because Wato's got nothing to do except sit in a hospital bed just recuperating? Hey, Despy. Hey, how's it going? Despy's just put his fucking phone on silent.
He's moved on to Taguchi. So
yeah.
Sorry, Watto. You're getting replaced by or 9.
Yeah. By 6. It's 9 time.
So he's 6. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Oh man. Well, Luke, that's not the only bit of news that we have. We have quite a bit actually. Minoru Suzuki has made a post, kind of like making it seem like he's done with New Japan. I mean, he's. I don't know that he's ever been signed to New Japan or not. I have no idea. He kind of has had somewhat exclusive deals with them in the past, it seems like, but we don't really ever know about that shit or care to know. But I don't think anything's really going to change. I'm sure he'll show up every once in a while, maybe. But
I feel like if Suzuki tells you he works there, he works there. And if he tells you he doesn't work there, bye.
Right.
And he'll be back when he wants to work there again. I feel like New Japan's pretty stacked with talent. Lots of young people coming in as well. And he's got a choice. Go travel about and be super over as Murder Granddad. Or just take a back seat at New Japan and be a dad. And I think he's chosen the latter. He's got a couple of years left in him. He might as well milk those years, traveling here, there, and everywhere, and just beating the shit out of people. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, he's showing up on the AEW and stuff, and showing up on the MLW and the other W's, all the W's, So, yeah. I mean, God bless him. We love Suzuki. I mean, it was really fun, though. It's interesting. His last feud, right? And his last storyline was with Yuji Nagata. He the way he said it was that he said he's giving the name Strong Style back to New Japan, from which he had borrowed it, which is a very polite way to say, I quit. So
yeah,
very respectful.
Yeah. Who'd have thought? Minoru Suzuki. I'm just going to bow it really nicely, and I'll see you later.
Hey, man.
Hey. He wants to come back for his fucking U-Butte fucking retirement tour, right? So,
Yeah.
hey, New Japan, we're good, buddy. See you later. Yeah? We're cool, right? All right.
Yeah, he's got to wrestle Yuji Nagata again in their
Come
retirement
on, man.
match.
That's got to be the last match, right?
Yeah,
For
you think
either
so?
man.
Wow.
Suzuki will come out of retirement when Nagata reaches 70 because he.
I mean,
Nagata
only other
wants to make
person
it
would be Liger from New Japan. Only other person I would say would be
Yeah.
Liger. But Liger's not coming back. He's too drunk. So
Tanahashi, maybe.
yeah, there you go. Well, another piece of news that we can't complete the sentence of, but Big Teats is getting a New Japan title match, a singles title match coming up soon. So we'll talk about who that's up against later on in the show. But Luke, this show is the New Beginning in Sapporo. There's 2 nights of this, both in the same venue. This is one of those venues that's like, it's kind of blacked off. You don't really see a lot of it. It's not lit up very well as far as the crowd, but there's like 5,000 to 7,000 people probably at these shows, something like that. So it gets pretty loud. It gets a little bonkers at times. And I enjoyed that. Nice
You know what? You know what's just as loud as 5,000 to 7,000 people cheering their heads off? When those 5,000 to 7,000 people decide silence is what's needed for this moment.
That's like the glare off my sunglasses. It's deafening, like we were talking about. That's pretty good. Well, Luke, this place is the Hokkaido Prefecture Sports Arena. And I believe that we have some Google reviews of this venue. Would you like to read me one?
I would indeed. Here we go. The running course here is a lawless area. 2 people riding side by side while chatting, speed practice, and sometimes group trains are all bad manners. Of course, there is no monitoring or patrolling of the staff. The information signs are inconsistent, and the narrow course is a mix of walking, jogging, and running. I'm sure someone will get injured soon. 1 star.
It's chaos. Guys just trying to run around the track, and you got people walking, you got them running 2 by 2.
Did Toriano set this up?
Yeah, well, that person did not have a good time at this venue because a lot of these venues are kind of also local gyms, so a lot of these have to do with that. But here's mine. It goes a little something like this. It is the venue itself is very nice, but the group of security guards who guide people inside the venue during the concerts and events are the worst. Until a certain time, they chatted in the middle of the aisle or in front of the stairs, did not guide the female customers at all, looked at the female customers from top to bottom as if they were weighing their prices, and laughed at the customers from above as if they were making fun of them. Or when the guidance actually began, all they say is, go to the edge. And when I ask them where they should be, they just say, I don't know, come to the edge. I often go to venues in various places, but this is the only one with such useless security guards. 1 star.
Wow.
They're fucking pissed.
What do you reckon this guy is a security guard or used to be one? So he's like always looking out like, hey, I like this place. There's good security here. Then he goes to this place and it's like the psycho music in the shower.
Well, it's like you used to work at a bookstore or something. Then you go to the bookstore and all of a sudden you're hyper aware of what the employees are doing. Like, no, that goes in this section. I know. I used to work at a bookstore. It's the same thing.
Did that employee just pick a book off the shelf, flip through it, doggy the page, and put it back?
Oh my God.
Motherfucker.
1 star on Google for them.
Doggy. They sell bookmarks at the counter. I saw him doggy the book. 1 star. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
all right,
Luke, tell me about this. What was your viewing experience like with this? Did you watch it with Japanese or English commentary?
I did the English, and I did see the hot. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. These matches, they're just there's nothing to them, and they put people you've never seen them before, and then I don't know. It's fine. We've got Tomoaki Honma and Shoma Kato versus Toriano and Tomoya. Apparently, according to English commentary, Tomoya is 50 and he's making his New Japan Pro Wrestling debut. Never give up on your dreams, Tomoya.
I mean,
also, if you're 50
young
and you're
face.
making your debut in one of the major... he's probably already been Noah champion. Never mind. Having said that, Tomoya does a nice-looking stalling suplex on Honma. I didn't notice this at first because like it's like something that shouldn't be, and then you're just like, wait, what? Because Chumpy's reffing this match. Like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on here, Chumpy? You owe Tomoya or Yano some money or something? What's going on? Anyway, Tomoya, he taps out Shoma Kato, and they don't have his music, so we get this really kind of like, if Makabe's fake music is track, say 1, I would say Tomoya's is probably track 6 off that same album of generic hard rock.
Did you know that on these shows, Makabe gets new generic music, Luke? A different song now, and it's even more generic. And I was like, holy fucking shit, fart rock, USA.
You better fucking believe that it was important for me to take a note of that. Maybe the license on the unlicensed on the other music that was covering the other music ran out, and now it's like it should say the music of the altered music has been altered because of licensing issues. So it's like Russian Dolls music style.
Luke, why don't we do this? Why don't you talk about this first real match? Because the one you talked about was the Frontier Zone match, which, by the way, I didn't watch because it wasn't on the fucking... It had it, you push it, and it said, this content does not exist. In that voice. Like, that's what it said right on the screen. It was deafening. Reading it hurt my ears. But
it was deafening. You had to put your sunglasses on.
So, I had to counteract it, you know. So, but I believe this is probably one of the only matches on the show that you like. So, let's, maybe let you talk about one that you might like, because I thought this opening match was fucking awesome, dude.
I will also say that I won't spoil who's in the match, but there are 2 women that just crush it tonight. And
all right, yeah.
All right. Anyway, this is it's weird to say a match is adorable, but I'm going to say it. It's Yuji Nagata versus Zack Sabre Jr. And you kind of know how this is going to go, but this is face Zack Sabre Jr. This isn't the cocky dickhead that's just going to, on purposely twist a dad up and make him look foolish or anything like that. Instead, this is just absolutely lovely. It's Zack Sabre Jr. being an absolute fucking submission and bump machine for Yuji Nagata, and then Zack Sabre Jr. using his skills to kind of wriggle out of it and put on a submission move. I don't know why I did the neck snapping motion there. No one's neck got snapped, I promise. But of course, Zack Sabre Jr.'s fuck it.
I love it. When that happens in movies, somebody's dead. When that happens to them, the thing that means they are dead. They aren't getting up from that,
No. Unless it's Kurt Angle. Unless you add Kurt Angle to the mix. I finished this action movie.
That's right. He needs to get up and suplex you.
That's right, Olympic Slam. So, Zack Sabre Jr., he goes for some fuck your arm on Nagata. Nagata, he manages the Nagata lock 1. Nagata manages to turn another Zack Sabre Jr. submission into another Nagata lock. Oh my god. And he does the eyes up into his head.
The Fujiwara arm bar, and
you got to look for it though, because he's like squinting and doing it, and you can hardly see, but that's okay. That's how you do that. All right, I thought I would have just been like that.
I mean,
but I guess I'd look stupid when I just
I thought it was fantastic, and the crowd was like, "Whoa!" They went nuts when he did, and I was like,
I haven't seen it for a while. I think too.
I know, it was so awesome.
But I like how Zack Sabre Jr. likes to tell a story in his matches, and it doesn't matter if his match goes for 40 minutes or for however long this match went for, probably about 10. And because the earlier fuck your arm up that he did on Nagata, it comes back towards the end where he puts an arm breaker on Nagata, and he has to tap out. Nice looking match. Nagata looks like $1 million. You might as well say he was like 20 years younger as well. Like Zack Sabre Jr. was amazing, and it was good. It was a sweet match. I liked it.
Dude, it was fantastic.
Yeah,
it was awesome, man. It's like, I mean, Yuji Nagata looked 20 years younger in this, and there's only, and it's because of Zack Sabre Jr.'s ability to, make everybody look awesome. But I mean, Yuji Nagata's not fucking up either. He did have one like thing where he hit a spinning heel kick, and he was like way too close to Zack before he even tried to do it. So they just kind of like ran into Zack, and that was like, and the crowd's like, well, okay, but it's Yuji Nagata, so. They were like,
he is the oldest 55-year-old, right? He's not the youngest 55-year-old. He's the oldest one.
Not. And he was trying to do some crazy jumping kicks, so I'm not mad at him.
I can't do that kick, and neither can half the fucking 5,000 or 7,000 Japanese crowd either. So we're like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna allow this. Yeah.
Did you catch what Zack Sabre Jr. said to English commentary on his way out? Because I didn't hear it, but he walks over to him and they showed it on camera.
I do not. I'm sorry.
She's just talking trash or something like that.
Yeah.
Props. He's just calling everybody dickheads. So, all right. Well, next, Luke, we have hot members. Ren Narita, Yujiro, your favorite, and Kanemaru, that motherfucker, versus Taguchi, Makabe, and Bolton Oleg. And this is fun, man. This is where we hear Makabe's new fake music, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I love it. It's like, it's never been more generic. You know what I mean? And like, man, I was just fired up. So, Bolton Oleg, gets attacked by Hot, right? But he just slams everybody and gut wrenches all three of them.
It's so funny.
So Taguchi goes around the world hitting his like ass attacks on Hot when they're in the ropes, and Yujiro and Kanemaru nope Taguchi and take over. That's fun, So, and there's all this heat on Taguchi. He does his hilarious selling. Hot tag to Makabe, and he runs wild on Hot. It breaks down though. And the push-up brawl makes a appearance. Pimp Canes are making themselves known, and in the end, it's the missed push-up brawl and the X Factor for the win on Makabe. Yo, you dealing with it? You gotta be pretty happy about this show going so far, right? Like Makabe's losing. Fucking,
yes.
We got some crazy Zack Sabre Jr. match for no reason. Oh.
But Luke, how's the torture needed to cheat to beat Makabe? Yeah. Good. He copped a face full of whiskey and got hit with the push-up bra. Wish they did more. 1, 2, 3, get the fuck out.
I mean, they don't cheat because they have to. I mean, they do sometimes, but they cheat because that's what they do.
Look at their faces when they're cheating. It tickles them. They're grinning.
Do you yell at the birds and ask them, why do you fly? Do you write into the podcasters and say, why do you talk? No.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, yeah. I love seeing Makabe get whooped on. So, and yes, it's like, imagine someone who could shred on the guitar but make it sound kind of generic and boring at the same time, and that's Makabe's new music.
Oh yeah,
come on, man.
I can generic as fuck.
Start sending your fucking demo tapes to New Japan Stat, man. You're gonna be a fucking oh, dude. You don't even want to. I already know what your job is. You don't want to do wrestlers' fucking intros. There's no way you want to do that. What you want to do is like never open 6 man or junior. Time limit draw. Bow, wow,
yes.
wow.
We need a new time limit draw theme for sure. I mean, maybe the Young Lions theme. They could let me tackle that one first, and then go from there. But I would love to do the Never Open 6-man tag match, title theme song, because if you don't know, listeners, the New Japan titles and just dumb shit like a draw have their own theme music in New Japan. It's awesome.
Oh, hell yeah. And oh my God. Yeah, that's the perfect job, New Japan job for you.
I'm in.
Also, just now, mentioning it just now, is we've mentioned the Never Open 6-man titles more now than they did on either of these 2 nights of the new beginning inning.
Maybe we never see them again. I'd be okay with that. I mean, they're pretty dumb. So, Just calling
It's
it like I
like,
see it. So.
yeah, well, you know, they're so crap, but you know, it still took Yoshihashi. How long do those belts exist before Yoshi got one? Got a reign on it? Oh my god. Anyway, let's go to the next match, which I quite like. In fact, I quite like everything I see. And then after Mayu Iwatani and Mina Shirakawa, it's not my favorite. It's still good wrestling though, so it is New Japan. It is with that. Anyway, there's a match change for this. Hanare's supposed to be in this match. Guess what he had by English commentary? Guess what he had? Might make you laugh. No offense to you, Mr. Nare. We're not laughing at the fact you got an injury, but it's a ruptured artery. And
what?
I remember Hanare was supposed to be in this match.
A ruptured what?
Artery.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I'm not saying it's funny, haha, but it just reminds me of you saying last week, this motherfucker bladed hard last week. Like, did he blade too hard? Ruptured artery. I'm like, do you have an artery up in the forehead? Like, I don't know. I don't know how he did it or where it happened, but I hope that motherfucker was all right. And it's obviously anyway, indeed funny.
Well, I mean, we'll talk about it later, but the New Japan Cup, tournament people came out who's going to be in it, is what I was trying to say there. And Hanare is conspicuous by his absence, and it's disappointing.
Yeah.
And I hope he's okay, but got to think it might have something to do with this. So, but it's like, how long does something like that heal? What a weird thing,
And the thing is, like, all these kind of little injuries that have happened to the members of this match, of that cage match, for a match that ended up being good. But I just saw Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson, so and that was like art. So they got injured for that. I don't know.
I think everybody else really loved that match, like game changing, genre defining match for people. Like, there's a lot of people that love that. I didn't find it to be that, but I'm kind of with you, where it was like, that was good. It had some awesome shit. But we talked about how long it was and how it just kind of like, after a while, it just kind of died. But anyway, we have to talk about the next match. What did you think about Okada's color changing jacket? We just went on like a 20-minute diatribe in between
blue and gold
into this match, and it's really good.
Is it blue and gold, or was it black and?
It's like a black light that goes up and down his jacket, and it changes colors. So I don't know what color. I don't know what color the dress is, if that's what you're talking about. So
yeah, I'm glad no one jerked off on his jacket though.
Oh, I'm glad too, I guess.
You seen the size of Yoshihashi? It gets everywhere.
Can you imagine? Oh, that's probably been a thing, unfortunately, in some locker room somewhere. Oh my god! Wow.
Oh, don't blacklight your purse in WWE when Randy Orton's around.
Oh my god!
Brown light.
Does poop show up in the brown light?
I don't know. You know what I meant. Anyway, talk about this match, will you?
What are you doing?
I thought you were talking. Oh, yeah, it's my match.
Been waiting for you to talk about this for 20 minutes.
Anyway, Callum Tate. I like that every time Okada's getting close to the thing, like fucking Callum will take a swipe at him and shit. I like that. In fact, I like the story in New Japan of all the new, fresh people. Doesn't matter if it's Callum or the returning young lions. They all want to swipe at Okada. Can't wait to see where that story goes. Yeah. So at the end of one of these like Okada matches, one wrestler goes up to him and is like, "This is how you're ending your run? That's disappointing." Was it Great Khan or something like that? I can't remember.
I think
Motherfucker, you should go out on your back.
Him and Suji both were like in the backstage comments. They were like, "Man, you're a big disappointment," and that's gotta be pissed them off, because not just, I don't really care that he isn't losing to people. I don't care. Who cares? Whatever. It's like, a thing I don't get is that like those guys, they're frustrated because they wanted to wrestle Okada. Like that's like that's the gift that he's taking away from New Japan is now these guys can't wrestle him and just wrestling Okada in a singles match. Look what it got Jonah millions of dollars, right? So it sucks that got taken away from them.
Look, not only that, the G1 had all the young pricks who want to wrestle Okada in the one block, and Okada wasn't even in that block, so we didn't get it there. And guess what? Now we don't even fucking... All right, I'll move on to this match, which is quite good. I liked it. So we get to see Ishii superplexing the fuck out of Cobb in this match, which is awesome. Callum takes Okada down with like a pump kick and a gnarly looking drop kick to the face. And then this PKs him for 2. Nice. Callum, I hope they start doing something with him. Is his job period over yet?
He gets featured in this match, and I think on the next night too, kind of.
Good. We even see Ishii German suplexing Cobb in a double down. Everyone gets taken out spot, but that's the one I highlight because like German suplexes are the greatest move in all of wrestling. Callum though, he gets wailed on by everyone from the. Don't even say who's in this match. We've got
Chaos. Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, it's Yoshihashi, Okada, and Ishii versus Great Okada, Undercard, Akira, and Callum. Right. Now we got that out. Professionalism my job. What the hell?
Wow.
I just want to talk to you today, dude. That's it.
I know.
All right. So Callum gets wailed on by everyone, that spot. Man, poor Empire. They need a leader. And please have that leader not be Riddle. Please. Anyway, Great Okada, come on. Rainmaker on Callum. And anyway, Great Okada holds his title up in front of Okada because, Okada created the trophy the title's based on. And Okada was just like, I don't care. I'm leaving. Bye.
Great Okada kind of looks dumb here a little bit doing that, right? Because he stands in the middle of the ring on the lion mark waiting for Okada and won't break eye contact with him. And then Okada like barely wrestles him in the match. But Great Okada does beat the fuck out of Yo. And I kind of want to see those two wrestle more. They were killing it. And it was like, wow, tremendous wrestling. This match was full of that. It was Okada's second to last match in New Japan. So the crowd was very emotional. The wrestlers were very emotional on the Chaos side. And after the match, Yano and Goto join Chaos in the ring and they all celebrate. And Great Okada stands in the aisle holding up the title. And they're like, whatever, bro. We're going over here now. It's kind of dumb, But I love that match. And I thought it felt big. It felt like a big deal. I think the next night it's a little more kind of dramatic. But next, Luke, we have 2 teams that will be fighting each other in singles matches on the next show. It is LIJ versus just 5 guys. Everybody fights. They're all fighting each other, and then Taka and Bushi wrestle for a little bit. They fight. The Taka and Bushi show. So they wrestle a bunch, right? Oh man, we're watching it right now. Remember Taka Taichi Mania? That was I think Bushi was on one of those shows, pretty sure. So anyway, those 2 wrestle. Sonata demands to fight Naito. So Naito hits an eye rake and Sonata tries a paradise lock, and then they like do that thing where they're like, oh, I'm gonna hit my finisher on you. No, I'm doing this, and then I'm gonna hit my finisher on you. But no, they just do that, right? For like a little bit, and it's like, hey, whoa. And then the 2 stars of New Japan get in the ring. It's Doki and Hiromu Takahashi. And it doesn't get much better than these 2 just fucking killing it and crushing the sport that is known as professional wrestling. I love it. Then the 2 youths, part 2, get in. And there's a really clever counter here from Yuya to Tsuji. So Yuya's trying to escape through Tsuji's leg. No, it's the other way around. Yuya catches Tsuji trying to escape through his legs in a brab. It's like, oh shit, because they're both trying to brab each other. I mean, it's like it's the ultimate, fuck you. So those 2, I mean, they just have 3 minutes or so where they're just wrestling a singles match in this, and it's so good. It's like, wow, can't wait to see what their singles match is going to be like. So Finally, we get Shingo and Taichi in, and they do a bunch of mirror spots that are really cool. And it's like, wow, I just love it. So everybody hits monster moves on each other. Shingo hits Taka with a pumping bomber, gets the win. And the 2U's part 2 just grab each other's hair. And Sonata's all mad that he lost. And then we get more like kind of single one-on-one standoffs. And then they all stand in the ring. 5-on-5 standoff. And guess who's going to win the matches tomorrow? We don't know, but I can't wait to watch them.
Oh, my God. And there's great finishes for almost all the matches. But no, they're all in character anyway. So, like, oh, man. I just want to skip tonight, too, to be honest. So,
we'll get there.
All right. So, oh, cool. All right. The next match is the IWGP women's title match, and it is the champion Mayu Iwatani versus the challenger Mina Shirakawa. I'm just going to call him Mina for the rest of this this part, just to make it easier on me.
Luke, did you notice that we had a different ref for this match? They brought, you could see
Stardom ref.
Marty Asami was peeking through the curtain, and he had requested to do this match, but we noticed that he was on the opener, right? The like pre-show match, and he also has one other match later. And me and you were talking about that. We surmised that New Japan doesn't want to overexpose Ref Chumpy because, like, you have him on too many matches. All of a sudden, you've Roman Reigns him, and everybody's talking about how you're shoving Chumpy down their throat. So, they had to step in. Otherwise, he would have been ref in this match. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
Though I would have loved to have seen how the Joshis reacted to Marty getting right in their face and being like, "Get up!" Because no. Because a part of me was wondering, like, is Yu or Yoda just going to smack this guy? I think Marty refs that. I can't remember. But this is Mayu Iwatani, as I said, versus Mina Shirakawa. Mina does this gnarly looking like knee smash, then a really high looking kind of knee slam kind of thing. It's kind of fuck your leg, and it looked awesome. Mayu hits like a single leg drop kick to Mina's face, and ouch. There's a bridging pin for 2. Mina slaps Mayu in the face and then pulls Mayu off the top rope and kind of onto her knees somehow. And I was like, fucking hell, are you doing some fuck your knee stuff today? Mayu hits a poison rana, and I'm just like, oh, all right, well, these ladies are going hard. This is their spot. They're fucking taking it. And it's awesome. There's strike exchanges and slaps from both ladies. Mayu hits a fucking gnarly dragon suplex, then a huge fucking frog splash. So
high fly flow. It's high fly flow because it's the New Japan, right? And that's like a shout out, Tanahashi-san. See,
President. Don't worry, I'm not going off with the other president. I'm staying with the company. Julia. Mina, she rolls out of a moonsault, and Mina does some kind of like knee thingy from an electric chair position. She has
like a spinning electric chair drop. Like, what the fuck was it? It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was so good. I have to say thingy and from this position because I don't know what the fuck that's called. And I don't think Chris Charlton or Walker Stewart fucking knew what it was called either. So they do that. She does that to Mayu Iwatani, and then we get a figure 4. Then there's a fucking gnarly looking tombstone by Mayu Iwatani. Maybe what adds to it too is the fact that both women have long hair, but when you got a bit of long hair, it adds to a tombstone because like if you got short hair, you can often see that like the person's knees hit the ground and their head was safely tucked and thing.
Right.
So you say, but this fucking tombstone, fucking. And gnarliness doesn't stop there because then there's a fucking double stomp and a moonsault for 2.
That double stomp was like, how did that not kill the other lady? How is Mina not dead now?
I thought she was going to be like bent in half, and also like sticking into the thing. When you leave the toilet seat up and you go to take a shit and you kind of like that double stomp would have just like crushed her into the mat like that. Like that. Holy shit, it was fucking devastating.
Falling in the corner.
Mina gets like a trapping pin for 2, and then just writing the finish for this match just makes me so happy, because the finish of this match involves a move called the 2-step dragon suplexer. The 2-step dragon suplex. What? Hits it on Mina. 1, 2, 3. Mayu Iwatani retains. These two ladies beat the shit out of each other, did some gnarly stuff, and some things I've never seen before involving knee smashes and stuff. Katamaru's looking at it like, oh, look at those knee smashes. I'm going to fucking fuck people's legs up in the junior division now.
Might be too cool, though. You can't do cool moves.
You can't. Has to be that.
It's a
How do I
fine
make
line.
this look like I'm an asshole?
Yeah, exactly.
Whiskey spit first.
Have them do it to me. Have the babyface do it to me.
That's it. There we go. Hey, Despy, did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Man,
I love
this match is
awesome,
awesome, dude.
It's so
and like
good.
I would argue that there's 3 steps to that suplex. One, number 3 being the bridge. But it was interesting that move is a lot like the suplex de la Luna in the way it's set up. It's like almost the same exact thing. It's just a little different. And man, I thought that the moves in this match looked good. There was a couple things that weren't crisp, but I don't think any of that matters at all. I thought that this is one of those matches that you watch and you go, well, that's a fucking incredible wrestling match. Like, with no context. It's just, that was incredible. And it was like, they did that intangible thing that's really hard to describe, where they started you off and brought you up and brought you back down and brought you all the way up for this big climax thing at the end. And I mean, masterfully done. I thought and it was interesting too, because the crowd didn't seem to really care that much about this. There was some fans yelling and stuff like that, but it wasn't, I mean, Naito wasn't out here and his friends weren't out here. They had just been out there, but now they're not. So, the crowd's a little deflated, but I thought the ladies in this match did the thing where they're like, oh, cool. You don't care about us? We're going to make you care. By the end, the crowd was like, ah, so it was pretty great, man.
Yeah. I loved it. And I do like the wrestling that we're going to see for the rest of the night. And the in-ring, the competitors are not bad at what they do, but that was the high point for me, that match. And the rest I have problems with here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah. So everybody's got a lot of feelings about this next match.
Feelings.
So everybody's real mad about it. What am I mad about it? Let's find out. But anyway, it is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Title match, and it is the competitors, the champion Desperado, being challenged by Show. And Show's music hits, and here comes Show. Oh no, it's Desperado, and he's got Show, and he's dragging him along. All right.
No gambits this time, baby.
Oh, dude, they do this really cool thing at the beginning, and I kind of wish they had continued it throughout the match, but I get how you can't do that with a House of Torture member. But they do this thing where basically Desperado's the heel at the beginning, right? And so he drags Show to the ring just like a heel would do to a face, right? And Show is like selling like he's a face and all this stuff, but he's trying to get he's just trying to come back is all he's trying to do. Desperado kicks Show's ass, all right, and taunts him with the belt all the way to the ring, right? So he has to get help the crowd, like kind of convince them to what does it say here? Oh, he has to convince Kenta Sato to ring the bell, because it's like that thing where, if it was a heel, the heel would really have to be like, come on. And Desperado's like, ask the crowd. And the crowd's like, come on, Kenta Sato. He's like, all right. He rings the bell. Chumpy would have been more decisive.
Nice little detail. Chumpy at first would have been like, no. He's the crowd.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Yes. I think maybe. I like that. So anyway, we get a side suplex for 2 and a numero dos right away, man, for a quick rope break. And again, this is Show escaping and being like the baby face. I think it's a lot of fun. So they do the heel beat down reverse angle or an angle in reverse. So Show's leg is fucked. So he tries to escape under the ring, but Desperado catches him and kicks his fucking ass. It's great.
That's some foreshadowing right there, by the way.
We get a reverse fake out ref distraction that allows Show to hit Desperado with the belt, and we get a count out spot. And all that stuff that they did before, that's all done now as far as that storyline. That was just a quick fun thing to start the match. So I don't know. Anyway, we get a snake bite from Show, and he stays in control until Desperado gets back to some fuck your leg offense. Show sells his leg like a fucking boss throughout this whole match. Everything he does, he's like, fuck, and he's worried, and it's great. I love it. So Desperado tries to suplex, and boom, sweet looking knee from Show. Just, clocked him. It was, woo. It's like Show's tremendous wrestler. Tremendous wrestler. And like people forgot it. Anyway, we get a cross arm pile driver, but Desperado flips out and hits a spine buster for a double down. Desperado gets numero dos, and the lights go out. Oh, who is it? It's that son of a bitch, Kanemaru. He appears, and the fans boo the shit out of him, and they chant, go home at him. They give him the old go home chant, which is fun. I love that. Show has the spanner, all right, and that happened while the lights were out. And here comes Wado, Master. Oh, no, it's Taguchi out for the save. Oh, poor Master Wado. Anyway, so Taguchi takes Kanemaru in a headlock, and they walk and brawl to the back. Desperado takes advantage of the ref being down and throws Show into the ring post a few times. All right, back into the ring with numero dos, but Show reverses it. But Desperado reverses that and hits the ass to mouth, which is always so funny that they're hitting that move, first of all. And second of all, it looks scary. So I love that. It only gets a 2. So we get another ref bump, low blow, another ref bump, and then Show tries to use the belt, but Desperado punches him in the fucking face. It's great. So, oh man, I love that. So the camera guys fuck up the end of this match, all right? So because they should be showing that we should be looking at Show peeking out from behind the ring, not looking at him from, we can see what he's doing. Because normally you see him, okay, here comes Desperado, he's going to dive, and he gets hit with a chair from Show, but we didn't see Show get the chair. Here, we're let behind, the whole secret's spoiled because they just fucking show him like the laser focus with the camera right on Show, and it's like, get off of this angle. But anyway, so that's what happens. Desperado runs out, he gets fucking hit, with a chair, and we get all kinds of chair shots here. It's kind of funny. The seats keep flying off. They do that thing. And that happened like one time with one of the chairs, and they're like, oh, that can be our like headshot gimmick. We don't have to get hurt. So now they do the headshot.
When it pops off, it looks cool. It doesn't matter if it looks like it hurts or not. That's the visual of it. That's what wrestling's supposed to be. Yeah.
So Show tries to hit Desperado with the side of the chair, right? But which is like, holy shit, that's going to be scary, right? But I think it's like the ref grabs the chair, all right? And let's see here. He hits us, but but Desperado low blows him when the ref is grabbing the chair, and then he hits the headshot on he puts Show's head on a chair and then hits the fucking chair, and it looks insane. That looked really scary, and it probably hurt pretty bad. So anyway, so we get a count out spot, but Ren Rita appears from under the ring, and he chokes out Desperado, and Desperado gets counted out. And here's the part that everybody's mad, is that now Show's the champion on a count out. And my note says, pretty funny.
Look,
not funny?
I know this is a very House of Torture thing to happen, but here's how I feel about count out title changes. They're fucking lame. There's no good way to do them. The end. I like the match. I know I'm gonna get all these spots and stuff, and I know at least it's House of Torture. They haven't done this way of winning before, so at least they're pulling out new cheating tricks to do. They're adding to their arsenal and stuff. Oh, but my God, we had that title on Hiromu for fucking ever, and I was like, Oh my god, finally. Somebody else has the title for a little bit. Oh, cool. Naito versus Show? Sorry. Look, Naito versus Despy? I mean, it's not Hiromu, but because, we were promised that match. But hook it up to my veins. Let's go. And, it's Show now. It's still going to be a good match. But it's going to be a very House of Torture match. I don't know. It's an anniversary show too, so it seems a bit weird to do that for an anniversary. Unless we're just going to have Naito be like, hey, I'm going to troll this motherfucker for 20 minutes and you're all going to love me. Then I guess it's going to work. But I would have had him cheat to win somehow the way that involved a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Or knocking him unconscious to the point where like he's unconscious and out of it, but the ref didn't see. So Show just puts him in a fucking snake bite to make, and the ref just calls a stoppage or something. There's all kinds of ways. I just don't like the count out ending. I found it deflating, really. And I'm a House of Torture fan. And the weird thing is about these pricks is even if you like them, and I do, they get under your skin. And
they took Desperado versus Naito away from you, Luke. Oh, fuck them.
Yeah, motherfuckers. But that's their thing. The spoilers, I guess. So, and as soon as this finish ended with Show becoming the new junior champ, I was like, oh, Evil's winning. Evil's winning. Because, like, now they're both the junior leader and the heavy leader. Now they've both got golds.
Mm-hmm.
And now they can both take their divisions hostage and stuff and all that, whatever. That kind of thing. Anyway, let's go to the next match.
Jeez.
It's Look at me. I'm like,
you were pretty tame. I thought you were going to have a lot more angry things to say because you were fucking pissed, in the actual watching of this. And everybody seemed pretty mad about that match. I feel like the match itself was maybe like it could have cut 5 minutes out of it. And I think the whole thing that they're trying to do is, it's House of Torture taking things from the fans, right? That's what this is. And I get it. The way that maybe you're right. I guess the idea is that Show's not going to pin Desperado so that then Desperado can win the title back, hopefully. But there's probably stuff going on with this that we don't know about. You know what I mean? Desperado could be hurt. This could have been something they had to do. I don't know. We don't know. Maybe there's heat between Desperado and Naito. And Naito's like, I'm not fucking wrestling that guy.
I think they're also seeing the value in House of Torture. And I'm sorry, fans who are sick of them and tired of their shtick and stuff like that. But New Japan have realized that they can get a lot of mileage out of these guys getting their asses kicked in that final comeuppance. So, House of Torture, they shouldn't have to chase anything. You chase them. They're heels.
Right.
So now they've got the Never Open title hostage and the junior title kind of hostage. And not just hostage, they're the legit champs of those titles as well. So
they didn't have to make it up or, threaten a computer geek to put it up on the internet for them. They actually won them.
I get what they're doing. There's just one thing I feel like I've been doing for ages, and this feeds into Shooter versus Evil. And that is every time I see a Never feud, I'm like, all right. I'm happy for Shingo to win here, put a bit of fucking stuff back into the Never title, and he's lost it. Or, oh my God, wouldn't it be cool if they went in this direction with Hiromu and they had a junior bit of another stuff? Like, they don't do any of my Never ideas, and I think some of them are fucking good. What do they do instead? Tamatonga 4 times? Why? You didn't even defend it any good. Why don't you just have the one run and you fucking defend it a lot and then you set the record, get the fuck out? No. What are you doing with this belt?
That's in the past now, Luke.
I like the story. I like this story of Evil having a title and then being a complete dick to it. And maybe that's the point, Everyone wants their Never stuff. Everyone wants bad motherfuckers versus. All right, I'm a mark.
Yeah, they're taking it away from you, man. But
yeah,
it's it's something to talk about, and I think that this is it's striking up conversations like this kind of match and how this ending came up. A lot of people were very upset with it, and people were ready to fucking just never watch New Japan again after this night. All right. And like there were fans writing that on Twitter and all kinds of stuff. And after the second night, they were like, I've never watched something better. So it's like we're,
I couldn't remember what night 2 was, and I'm like, man, what is with tonight? What's night 2? Oh, what's that? Oh, no problem. Tomorrow night's gonna rule. So I understand like their feeling of let's have people chase, and when they finally lose, it'll be a fucking big cathartic thing. And it's kind of denying us something in order to give it to us later. But now it's with. But I don't feel like I've been getting what the Never title represents for over a year anyway. So
a year? Try fucking
2 years?
years or something, man. It's been like 4 years or something. It's been.
I would say the change happened. The transition of what the Never title is and should be, it changed when Tanahashi won the title.
Yeah, I mean,
and yeah,
Jay
so
White,
Jay White
too, a little bit. So
yeah, and I'm not saying they're not bad motherfuckers, but they didn't wrestle with that belt.
I can't wait to talk about the difference between Tanahashi and other guys on the roster in this next match. Yeah. But we have another match to talk about first. So
we got Shooter and Evil here. Chumpy's reffing here. Hell yeah. There's for now, there's an RB spot. Evil goes, Evil goes for a variety of 2 counts to wear out Shooter. By the way, you Uemura and Yoda I hate your hair. I hate your hair. You're a young lion. We're gonna get rid of each other's hair. Yeah. Shooter comes out, haircut.
Yeah. He's like, fuck you guys. And what do you think? He's got like it's kind of a mom cut a little bit, you know what I mean? It's like she's had the baby, and the baby keeps taking her hair. So hey, we're just gonna cut it short. That's kind of what it looks like a little bit. Just saying.
A little bit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So yes, Evil goes for a variety of 2 counts to wear Shooter out. Shooter tries some Evil tactics a little bit, and even goes for like a draping Canadian DDT. Shooter puts like can't remember what it's called, so you're gonna laugh. But
I'm saying, that was fucking awesome.
No,
man.
I mean the next thing he puts the Chono hold on Evil, and I'm writing this note. I'm like, why can't I think of the? It's the STF. It's not even a technical name or a Japanese name that I'll butcher. It's an. Listen to my podcast. I've got lots of insightful things to say.
Hey,
the Chono hold.
we are by far the most adequate New Japan podcast out there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that can be argued with. That is objective.
Mediocrities loves us.
We love it.
Yeah, that's right. But the Chono hold. Oh no, fake bell ring. It's dick punch time for Shooter. There's a new ref because the chump bump. I kind of missed it. What was the chump bump?
Yujiro got him, I think, something.
That's probably why I missed it, because I see Yujiro and I'm just like, that's not part of the screen I want to pay attention to. What's going on anywhere else? So yeah, there is that. There's great reversals. I find there are some dudes in New Japan who they're like final act, like reversal segments are just fucking amazing. Ishii's great at it. Jay White, I know he's not in New Japan anymore, but him, Sonata, Zack Sabre Jr., and yeah, Evil's really good at it too. Just the kind of fake outs and the just how he's great at it. And people maybe sometimes forget that too. But there's a gun stun by Shooter. Remember, he's doing this for Tama Tonga.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why there's the gun stun there. Shooter hits the exposed steel, but there's a darkness falls for 2, and then everything is Evil, and Evil is the Never champ still, and Shooter does not do the one thing that Tama asked him to do. What a bitch.
I love how Evil has already spray painted the title, but he's like, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Puts another coat on, and
every defense. I need a fresh coat of paint on this piece of shit.
it wears off, over time. So, and plus you want to lacquer it. But anyway, he spray paint Shota too. There's a couple things in this match that was funny. One thing is that Yujiro hit Little Juice in this match, and it reminded me, I forgot to mention earlier in the Maya Iwatani Mina lady match, I noticed that Maya Iwatani hit Big Juice. Shout out to Yujiro. She hit the high five flow to shout out to Tanahashi. Big juice for Yujiro. So that was very kind of her. But no, all right. Anyway, this is
fuck Yujiro and anyone who looks like Yujiro.
I thought this match was fun. Well, speaking of Yujiro, Shota Umino during one of his big fire ups just dumped Yujiro right on his head. It was awesome. He did his big lifting suplex and just dumped him on his head. It was like, yeah, that was great. So anyway, I thought that was fun. I thought it was a little long, just like the previous match. It's just a little too much, but man, nothing wrong with that. I enjoyed it. I was fascinated by this next match. So listen, Matt Riddle, he's going to wrestle Tanahashi for the TV title. This is another match that kind of mystified people a little bit. Like, why is this happening? But I think I can tell you why. So, this match is not why the match is happening, but why the result is happening. I'm watching this. Matt Riddle's style. I mean, it would be great with somebody like Zack Sabre Jr. or Ishii or Sonata or someone who, I mean, no offense to Tanahashi, but Tanahashi doesn't really if he hits somebody with a forearm, you're not going, whoa, you know what I mean? It's like he wrestles more like a wrestler and not like a fighter, which there's nothing wrong with that. He's just very safe. Clearly, except in this match where he gets hurt. But anyway, it's I just like to see someone who's a hard hitter versus Matt Riddle because that will definitely match his style better.
Yeah, but then Matt Riddle would have beaten him.
Yeah, and it would have been good. This match is okay. You know what I mean? If this match had been really good, you might be like, oh, okay, this makes a little more sense. If the other, but there's a problem with this match also beyond. It's just a weird matchup. It's that Tanahashi gets hurt right in the middle of this. So I don't know where. I didn't go back and watch it, but they fucking worked me on something here. I'll talk about it. All right. So I was just saying I'd rather see Riddle versus just about anybody. But he gets mild reactions from the crowd. They don't really care that much about him, but they get a decent kind of back and forth. They roll around at the start and get some signature spots in. But there's a big high spot where Tanahashi's going for the high fly flow, only to take a really weird looking knee from Riddle. And then Tanahashi's rolling around on the ground, holding his arm. And I'm like, oh, fuck, he's hurt. Well, he is hurt, but it's his ankle. So it's just weird. There was a bad camera angle on that move too. It was just kind of couldn't really see what happened. And it just looked very strange. Eventually, Matt Riddle wins with a pile driver in 8 minutes and 30 seconds. It's his TV title match, so it's timed. The crowd is absolutely stunned. All right. I mean, just stunned. They're they can't believe what just happened. That somebody debuted in New Japan and beat Tanahashi is a big fucking deal. The fact that it's Matt Riddle kind of is oh, okay. I feel great. And, the fact that he won this title, it's kind of weird, right? But I know why this is happening. So New Japan, for this Chicago Windy City fart or whatever that's coming up, they booked a 10,000 seat arena for that. All right. They're trying to get as many big name gaijins that they can, titles on them, so they can get them on that show against big Japanese stars and maybe sell that place out. So that's kind of what I see going on here with a lot of the results on, in some of these matches. But Luke, what did you think of all this?
I understand what you're saying, and I think the logic is sound, especially since they've been wanting to have a bit more of a push in America, well, since before the pandemic. There's just there's one thing I really don't like in wrestling. There's a few things, but here's one of them. I hate it when someone wins a title on their debut match for a company. I don't like it. I also don't like Matt Riddle. Put some fucking shoes on and get the fuck out. So that's pretty much my opinion of Matt Riddle. Can he wrestle? Yeah. But I'm sorry, anyone who wrestles without shoes on, I'm distracted all the time because I'm just thinking, put some fucking footwear on. Don't you care about your safety? Plus, you injured Tanahashi. And you got a title. Get the fuck out. Who are you?
Show some respect. Put shoes on.
Yeah. Fuck Matt Riddle. Anyone who looks like him.
Jeez.
Motherfucker. Sorry, no, I don't like it when someone just comes in and wins the title, and I'm just like, well,
crowd didn't like it either. So, and I don't
and
know,
guess what?
man.
We're gonna do it twice in a row.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I like Nick Nemeth. I like what he brings to the main event.
Man, it's a wild match.
And I'm going to talk about it a tick. I like the match. I do. But it's also his debut. He's nobody in New Japan. Oh, now he's just got the title.
He's the show off.
Didn't we just establish this as Finley's title because he was pretty much the guy who birthed it? And now that story's over already?
Luke, this isn't the same old shit in Sapporo. It's the new beginning in Sapporo. So this is and that's one thing that scared the shit out of fans, I think, watching this, is they saw this and go, oh, this is fucking the new beginning. This is what the new beginning's going to be, is ex-WWE guys coming in and taking the titles. You know, what is this, AEW? You know, it was something like that. I think people were thinking that. So
I got nothing against Nick Nemeth being a champ in New Japan. If it was someone other than Riddle, I would have lumped him in as well. But, you know, I got no problem with gold on ex-WWE guys in New Japan. But your first match? Wait, you haven't even done any tags? You haven't even done a tour? You haven't even started the feud? It's just like, I've arrived, title match time. Fuck off. I don't like that. I don't like it.
I get it. Well, in this case, it doesn't hurt Tanahashi, really, right?
And look,
in the main event case, there's an argument to make.
What do you do with fucking Finley now?
Right, yeah, it's an argument there. So, but he's got a good excuse.
Yeah, true. But look, Maya Iwatani, Mina Shirakawa, I love that match. Despy versus Show, good match. I didn't like the finish. Tudor versus Evil. I like the story they're trying to tell. I want my Never title back. Tanner versus the Riddler. Fuck you, Riddler. And now we've got, fuck. Riddler can go get fucked too. You ever played one of them games? Beat my challenges and blah, blah, blah. Fuck. Anyway, I don't know why I'm swearing so much. Probably the celebration, everyone will come when we're doing night 2, because I fucking love that show.
Yeah, let's get there.
I just like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 4 matches, I don't like your finishes to any of them. So it kind of soured my opinion of the night. There's a Kanemaru Gambit by Finley. And actually, Nick Nemeth takes his shot right at the start of the match too. When as soon as the bell rings, and almost wins at the bell.
What?
So this
okay? There's a fucking guardrail bump at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Finley. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody sell a headshot like that they did themselves, like better than that. That looked insane. And 2 seconds later, who has a black eye? Not Finley. So
this is a very weird match, because I don't know, I might have put Nick Nemeth against a Japanese star for the first match, maybe not for a title. But he's against a guy who can probably definitely wrestle the ex-WWE guy, that style, I guess. This is Nick Nemeth going like, motherfuckers, I'm good. Let me prove it to you. And David Finlay going like, well, I got to fucking be on my A game and bump and strike hard for this, make this guy look good. So we get this. It's both guys looking like they've got to prove something, and it looks really rough at certain points. Maybe even rougher than both men actually mean to actually go on each other.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's fucking great. Oh, it's gnarly. Like sometimes they hit each other and they'll kind of stumble around before they do the first move. And I'm just like, you just rock this guy? And you're like, which one, Luke? Both. They fucking both hit each other hard. And look, Nemeth is the better bump machine in this match. That's his shtick. He's great. But Finley, this man can bump. And for a guy who doesn't look like, I don't know, for example, Jonah or Batista, he's a killer. And he looks like a killer in the ring. Like his demeanor, it's all the character work that he brings to it. It just fucking works. So I might have kept that going. Sometimes it's just all in the eyes and just like the brutality of it. I really like his moveset. These guys just fucking hurt each other. And to the point where you just like settle down. But you got Nick was never not going to go. You know, he was always going to go this hard for his first match in Japan, wasn't he? Wasn't he?
I mean, I have a feeling. I mean, like, isn't that the deal with the worker style wrestlers that get out of WWE? Like, I mean, Mercedes Moné did the same thing. Like, she comes in like, well, I'm gonna die. I'm ready to fucking die. Let's do this. Like, you know, and the other person's like, okay, I'm gonna kill you. Let's fucking go. They go out there and kill each other. And I mean, that's what this match was. And whew, it's fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm into the match. It's great. But I'm thinking to myself, why would you job Nick Nemeth out on his first night in Japan? He's a bit of a gad. Like, he's a gad. You're going to job him out on his first... Oh, fuck. And Zigzag, I don't know what he calls it now. He's probably got some fucking other name for it. Zag-Zig.
I always called it the mid card.
The Glenn Danzig.
It's the mid card, because if you do that move, you're stuck in the mid card forever. You know,
mid card for life. So yeah, he hits that 1, 2, 3, and we have a new global champion. What's the difference between a global champion and a world champion? Does the world champion think the Earth is flat? Like, what's going on?
No.
Sorry. I am not paying that joke. Fuck you.
No, fair enough. It's not happening. So, I thought this was a lot of fun, you know, especially the first half of it. I thought that they were going to be like, I've seen 1,000 Dolph Ziggler matches. I've seen probably 20 of them live. Not even kidding. Like, he's always on the house show. You always go see him, and he wrestles twice on SmackDown tapings or whatever, you know? And like, the dude does his match, right? He's got his like basic move set. He doesn't have a lot of offense. He bumps around. That's kind of the idea. He's like, you know, Mr. Perfect, Ric Flair. He's like that kind of wrestler. And in this situation, I don't know. I mean, I've seen him in street fights, but it's always WWE bullshit, you know, where they're not really, you know, going hard because they can't, because they got 4 more shows that week and, pay-per-view on Sunday or whatever. So
yeah, understand. Don't go hard. It's only SmackDown. Fuck it.
Well, here's an example of like how he's different here. Is that like, okay, so he's always done this move. He's done an elbow drop to the dude's chest, right? And they start calling it the heart attack elbow after he hit Jerry the King Lawler with it, and he had a legitimate heart attack. So they start calling it the heart attack, elbow. And in WWE, he would hit it once or twice in a match, like back to back, right? That was it. And in New Japan, I counted it. He hit it 14 times, I think. So it's like one after another. It was so great just to see what he's like without the handcuffs on. Now, the handcuffs came way off at the end, though. Oh my God. That's like always been the thing with Dolph Ziggler is he's not, he's not much of a talker, and he doesn't have like tons of offense really. So, but as far as the finish, I don't really care. I thought it was really funny. And the fact that he won with the mid card made me laugh so hard. So I don't really understand, but I'm thinking you put your belt on Dolph Ziggler. He's part of your co-main event with the IWGP Heavyweight Championship on, at this Windy City Fart show. So, but I thought it was interesting.
Have a bit of faith in some of your boys to sell some tickets, though. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But after that, he gets the mic. All right. He gets confetti and stuff. And he says he's going to defend the title any day, anytime. And he just says a bunch of generic, like babyface stuff. That's probably true though. You could he's emotional, right? And he gets the mic again after celebrating with the fans. And he makes a match with Tanahashi as his tag partner tomorrow. But Tanahashi is already announced in a different match, so that doesn't end up happening either way. And Tanahashi's injured on this show. But in his backstage comments, Dolph Ziggler or Nick Nemeth, he was saying a lot of like, I'm here to prove myself kind of stuff, and I believe him. He just said a lot of it.
Yeah. It's his first night. Yes. He just went really hard. He's probably really a little bit more sore than he anticipated as well. So, yeah. Look, one thing I'm left with after this match is yes, I want more Nick Nemeth in Japan. Hell yeah. But I just, Not sure I would have had him win a title the first night. I understand. Like your rationale is fucking sound and exactly probably exact reason they're doing it. But you did it twice in one night with WWE. Yeah, all right.
Well, my rationale is sound
Don't you have
because
a John Moxley?
I'm so rational. That's why.
Yeah. Shut up, Logic Boy.
Yes, I am known for my logic. Always have it. You know that Andy guy, logical guy. You know, in fact, we used to call him Spock back in the day.
Yeah, live long and prosper. All right, let's do it. We're in the same venue.
Yeah,
it's not too.
So, Luke, there were so many people that were upset with this place, and I couldn't just pick 2 of these Google reviews. So we got 2 more Google reviews for the Hokkaido Prefectural Sports Center. I'm going to go ahead and read mine first, and it reads as follows. I visited here for a certain club activity, and everything was terrible. First, there are too many problems with the staff here. Their stubbornness and lack of flexibility make me worried about modern society. I still understand that there are not many seats, but I keep giving incompetent answers to the measures we have taken to deal with it. I felt like I was being forced to solve a problem, even though there was no question asked. Very poetic. First of all, I want all the staff to be fired. I hope people will soon learn that there is no point in collecting just these number of animals. Honestly, it's hard to give even 1 star, but I do feel grateful to them for lending me the venue for the tournament. So, 1 star.
They lent you the venue, then you just bitched at them the whole time. Motherfucker, guess what happens the next time you're like, hey bros, can I use the fucking area? No. We have fucking Google reviews too, you know?
He started off with a lie. He said everything was terrible, and then he ended by saying, well, it was kind of nice that they let me use the place.
Yeah.
Not everything was terrible.
Oh, my God. All right, so I also have a Google review. The atmosphere is not good. Oh, they were at the first night. Oh, they just saw Riddle beat Tanner. The atmosphere is not good. It's directly connected to the subway station, so it's easy to pass by. Food is expensive, so it's best to plan on going big. 1 star. Fucking love these.
I love when orientation of the train station. That's a check mark. They didn't talk about the toilet, unfortunately. That would have been awesome. Just work that in. My guy didn't talk about it either, and he said everything was terrible. So it smelled.
Like someone who makes arenas and venues should just kind of trawl through all these Google reviews. What do people find most important? Public transport, parking, good toilets, and staff that ain't stubborn.
Yeah, that aren't nice. That aren't too willful.
Yeah. And one of those willful female workers there. One of those reviews actually said something like that.
It did. It was so great.
It did. It was fucking. Oh my God.
How dare they think for themselves?
How dare they earn a wage?
Well, Luke, why don't I do the Frontier Zone match this time?
So, you got it.
So this one was actually able to watch. It didn't say this doesn't exist, but it is Hanma and Marishima versus Yano and that other guy that is in this. So
Tomoya.
Yes, Tomoya is his name, and I knew that. And also,
I say Tomoya.
I say town mascot because that's also who's with them, right?
Yeah.
And Yano, he dodges a Kokeshi in hilarious fashion more than once in this match, and it's pretty fun. So Marishima tries to get some strikes in on other guy, Morton Tomiyama, and he no-sells it. So so Young Lion, he tries to brab out the new guy, and
the new
50-year-old, right? There's some kind of like landslide, like Michinoku driver thing from that dude on the Young Lion for the win. And I watched that match.
I also perused it with my eyes. Mr. Guy, because of my my rules and regulations that I've put on myself for matches such as these. Would you mind taking us through House of Torture versus like the next group? Because
Sure.
Yeah.
This match has the following people in it. It is in fact an 8-man tag match. 10-man tag match. It is Hot versus, it's like all of them, versus Shota Umino, Desperado, Makabe, Yo, and Boltin Oleg. And you're like, you're mad at Yo, I guess, because something happened.
It's Yo and Sho again.
Oh, okay.
And this match finishes with my fucking nightmare fantasy book being opened, the page torn out, someone fucking put it in an envelope, mailed it to Gato, and Gato opens it, reads it, Yo versus Sho junior title. He was like, yeah.
Genius. How did I never think of this? You know?
Anyway, how's the match?
It may not happen, Luke. It may just be Yo just trying to be relevant. But anyway, it's a brawl, Luke. Ren and Desperado are in the ring, all right? And Makabe and Yo work together to do the 10-punch count in the corners. So Yo is ripping off Makabe now. Like, that's low. Exactly. So what he said. That's tremendous. So I actually have a note in here that says, how does Luke feel about that? And we already got your thoughts. So gut wrench time for Boltin Oleg. He does all the gut wrenches to all the guts. And there's a sneaky low blow and House of Torture take over. There's heat on Boltin Oleg. And Shota gets he gets a hit tag, it says. I think it means hot tag. But hot, they put an end to that right away. And they get the karate chop right on his penis. So Milano loves Boltin Oleg, man. You could tell, like when Boltin Oleg's doing shit, I'm listening with the Japanese commentary, and Milano is marking out for him. That's like his new guy. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's probably been going on a long time. I'm just now noticing. So, anyway, Boltin Oleg pounces Kanemaru, and Milano loses his shit. Makabe gets a huge reaction for a double clothesline. I mean, the crowd's like, that is the greatest thing I've ever seen. They couldn't believe it. And I was like,
that's because it's on House of Torture. That's why they're like, oh my God. Oh, Makabe is going to do it. Oh, but it's on these guys. Like, yeah.
Desperado dives on Ren. And I hope that's Desperado's next feud to get him to heavyweight or something. Maybe that's why he lost. Anyway, I'm just trying to.
Because Ren cost him the belt. They used to be in strong style together.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me. So, anyway, Death Rider on Kanemaru, Shota wins. And I thought that was pretty funny there at the end because Yo steals the junior title and Desperado's left standing there like a fuck this shit and just walks out. So.
Oh, I'm just like, as soon as Yo picked up that title and ran away with it, show style, I was like, no. And Darth Vader at the end of episode 3, no. Yeah, we all know Look, I might be a bit warm on Yo these days. Doesn't mean immediately put him back in a show feud. Anyway, there's a scapegoat video package just there while Shooter is on the stage and he's watching the package, and it's Jack Perry going like, I'm coming for you, dude. Not today though, but not today because I could have been here for this in this tag match, but later. But expect me.
Right. Yes, you better expect him. So I'm interested. I kind of got confused a little bit here because he attacked Shota Umino, right? At one of them shows. I don't know which one. One of them, So that's like who his feud's going to be with. Well, I figured that's who he's going to wrestle at the Windy City Fart. But no, Windy City Fart is like after the New Japan Cup. And Jack Perry is in the New Japan Cup. And he's not wrestling Shota Umino. He's wrestling somebody else, I think. Or that's the first round match, is those two. Anyway, I was just confused about that. So I had to talk it out. That's what we do.
They are in the first round match. Oh, it's almost as if the scapegoat somehow knew that from the future.
What? Well, it's because that's a goat power. It's just
it's like fucking goat power.
You ever play that game Goat Simulator?
No.
It's like in the simulator line with Farming Simulator and Flight Simulator and all those Microsoft games, and it's just Goat Simulator, and you're a goat. You just eat grass. I like video games like that. They're fun.
Yeah, I can tell you do. All right. So next we have the Fisherman. That's no, that's not Toriano. It is Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto. Is he back? He was probably supposed to be back last night, and then Hinare was injured out, and Goto was probably like, you know what? I'll take another night off and get even more gooder. Thank you.
Oh,
Well,
he's not all
whatever.
the way off because he's there.
Yeah. Anyway, it's Bishamon, it's Ishii, it's Toriano doing double duty by orders of the president.
Yeah. Him and Chompy, both.
Yeah. And Kazuchika Okada versus Francesco Akira, Great Khan on the Cobb, and Riddle. Yeah. Awesome. Anyway, so there's massive Okada chance, which is awesome. And then it's
last match.
Yep. This is the very, very, very last match. Really?
Yes.
That's why shit. New Japan. That's garbage.
Okay. I don't know. That may not be in their control.
You know what I mean? Garbage.
But
yeah,
all the fans had little signs that said "Thank you, Rainmaker." He got the full entrance. I thought it was fucking awesome, man.
I mean, yeah, but I thought he'd have at least one more at the end of it. Oh no, it's this. So if this is his last match, it's just a rando tag match. Didn't go out on his back. Nothing.
Yeah, whatever. He put fucking Newman over in these last two matches.
No,
he wrestled Newman over
means laying down for 3.
Nah, he's not gonna do that.
But... Hey, yeah, but you remember how for the longest time I hated how Okada was booked? Yeah, I kind of don't like how they did his exit like in just random tag matches.
Well,
I have him beat. Imagine if it was like all the dudes from the G1 Young Boy guys, like the third last night, Ren Narita. The second last night, it's fucking Shooter. The last night, it's Great Khan. I don't know. It's the last time we might see Great Okada wrestle these young guys. Let's finish that story. I'm not saying let have all of them beat him. Maybe the first 2 lose, and then the last guy, he wins, and he's like king of the new young people or something. I don't know. Something?
Instead, they already tried to beat him.
Let's just give him both. Let's just fondle his balls, give him a blowjob, and rim his ass at the same time while he's on the way out. Yeah. Anyway.
Wow. Oh, somebody's jealous.
Yeah. I won't have to see the money clip anymore. So there is that.
Jeez Louise.
But I do like the massive Okada chance here. And then there's Riddle and that's it. Silence. Cobb does an amazing release belly to belly suplex on Ishii. Look, I felt like he was going to throw him out of the fucking ring. Like, ouch.
That was great.
It's a really fun match. Callum, I guess, is the last person to interact with the Rainmaker in the ring in New Japan. And that is definitely not the way I would have done any of this at all. But he does another Rainmaker on Callum, whilst also, making him look like $1 billion. You are right. And Okada says goodbye. And I'm like, I get why people who love Okada would love it. And I get why the fans would love it. Me, though, I'm just like, tag match. Great.
Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese. I am not nearly as critical. I just don't care. Guys leave and I get it. It's not the normal way something would be done. But I thought that Callum Newman made him look amazing in this. I mean, he had to hit him with 2 landslides, the fucking big elbow, and I think a couple fucking whatever Rainmakers. The crowd wants to see this. So they gave him what the crowd wanted to see. I don't think any of the people that were in attendance were like, well, fuck, Okada won. Holy shit, I'm pissed. They're probably like, awesome. That's what I came to see. So, maybe that's just bending to the will of the fans a little bit. So we get a whole like Okada is leaving promo. It's kind of cool, man. I don't know.
Yeah. So
I it's sad that when he did feud with the younger guys, I will add fuel to the fire by saying that, I mean, they didn't get buried, but pretty close. You know what I mean? Remember
Yes!
when remember that shit? And when Ren Narita and Shota Umino were kind of like both feuding with Okada at the same time, and then that's when the Dream Team got formed, and they just fucking beat the shit out of them with extreme prejudice, and that's when we got like Okada hates the young guys. So
it's almost as if Okada looked at his crystal ball and it's like, what's in my future? I'm going to lose to Yuya Uemura, Yota Tsuji, Ren Narita, Shota Umino, Great Khan, and Kaido Kiyomiya too? Fuck this, I'm out.
Maybe you're right. I mean, I don't know. I think that a lot of that stuff is just storyline, though. So just saying. But anyway, Okada's
if he had
gone.
stayed, the story would have continued. But since he's not, it won't.
Yeah. Well, pretty soon he'll be feuding with Juice Robinson on AEW. So you'll have that to look forward to. But that'll be awesome. So anyway, next week we have a big tag match. It is pretty fun because we hear the GOD music and fucking Jado walks out with a ref shirt on and stands there it's so funny, man.
2 years ago, we would have seen him in a ref shirt and been like, oh shit. But tonight we see him in a ref shirt and we're like, this is quite sweet. I like it.
It makes it better. I mean, technically, it makes it way worse, but like as far as for fun, it makes it way better. That's one of the like cool things about wrestling is that sometimes something that technically makes a match worse actually makes it better. You know what I mean? It's weird how that works. So this is a special tag match. It's GOD, Hikuleo, and ELP versus GOD, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa. And Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga come out in the old school face paint, and they do their whole like old school entrance where Tama Tonga looked like he kind of did that like hippie dance. The hippie dance where it looks like someone's like trying to run away from an invisible bee. They're like, it's like that kind of thing. Like that's always
the
been
acid flashback.
Yeah. So he's much smoother, but it's kind of that thing, right? So he's running from an invisible bee, and that's fun. And this is a cool deal. We also get to see some of the old school Tama offense where he's like sliding around on his knees and changing direction in the ropes and stuff. And that was my favorite Tama Tonga. I love that. So anyway, Hikuleo and Tama start, and emotions run high, for the brothers brothering around in this brothers match with brothers. And we get some of the old Tama. Like I said, it's really fun. There's a fish out of water spot, and Jado can't keep up with the pins and just like throws his hands up. That was so funny. He counts like 2 of them. He misses like the beginning of one, and he's like, well, fuck it. And they both all stop and look at him, and everyone's like, that is better. That's better, than whatever the alternative would have been. So, just saying. I love that. That was fun. He's like, fuck it. So everybody brawls, and Jado calls for a clean fight, damn it. I thought he didn't care. He does. Tonga Loa hits a top rope missile drop kick in this match for some reason. I was like, what is happening? So some of the stuff between Tama Tonga and ELP is excellent, of course. GOD tried their top rope finisher, but Tama put GOD, meaning ELP and Hikuleo, try their top rope finisher, but Tama gets a gun stun. It's pretty cool. Everybody openly calling spots in this match too, which is kind of funny. So they're all just like, hey, you go over there, and then when I come, okay, yeah, we'll do that. That's great. So Hikuleo hits a pop-up gun stun. And
it's the last match. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. It kind of, like I said, it made it fun. So anyway, that pop-up gun stun and a lariat on Tama for 2. Double clutch, last ride power bomb from Hikuleo for 2, and that was great. We get, I'm sorry, I love you. Hikuleo hits the choke slam and pins Tama Tonga. Emotional moment, if you care. And I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool.
Look at that. Jay White. I'm leaving. Oh, you want me to leave on my back? Yep. Will Ospreay. I'm leaving. Oh, you want me to leave on my back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Tama Tonga. I'm leaving. You want me to leave on my back? No fucking problem. Also, do you mind if I also put my brother over whilst I'm going on the way out? Yeah, sure. Because he's staying. Okada, win. So, fuck you. Not you, but Okada. So, yeah.
That's okay.
I just loved how Tama Tonga did this. He did business. all the way. And like, I've always wanted to love Tama Tonga. Something's always held me back, but I respect the dude. And he went the right way, putting guys over. Hey, one of them was evil for the Never title, so
Yeah. I mean, old
See,
school Tama Tonga was fantastic though.
oh yeah,
And I just never bought the babyface run. I didn't really like that at all. So that's well established.
so yeah, I guess like when all these other guys around you are leaving, and they're doing it, in my opinion, the way it should be done, and you aren't, yeah, fuck you. Eat my fucking nugs. Yeah. I've never been he's never been in my top 10 anyway. Maybe in the ring, but personality, character-wise, whatever.
Do you keep a top 10? I mean, my buddy John actually has top 10 lists of all kinds. And he's got like a notes app all full of top 10 lists, and it's really fun.
What I do is I keep a top 5, and then it's probably got like 50 names in it, because
fair enough.
Yeah.
It depends on what time of day. You know what I mean? I might be an Okada guy one day, and then today you're not. So
that's right. So next is a match that should have been maybe on night 1 or 3 weeks ago, and a whole bunch of other matches quite like this before the title match. It is Ryusuke Taguchi and Nick Nemeth versus Gato and Finlay. And this would have been awesome if we were getting a taste of what was to come, but it's over. But I do like seeing Nick Nemeth and Taguchi doing some ass attacks on Finlay. I was like, right, Nick Nemeth. See, on the first night, he showed you, hey, I can go hard, I can bump like a fucking crazy man, which you already knew, but I can kill it in a Japanese ring, doing a serious match. I think we both agreed. Yeah. He can also hang out with Taguchi and be a total dag as well. So that's it. That's important. It's all the sides of New Japan Pro Wrestling. There might not be an E for entertainment in the NJPW, but it's there. They like to entertain people too sometimes, So I love seeing the ass attack stuff. It's adorable. It's fun. This is a really fun match, and you just know who's going to lose though, because he's in the match. It's fucking Gato, and I don't know why, Mr. Guy. I don't know why. But for some reason, I get an absolutely huge kick out of seeing Nick Nemeth pin Gato for some reason.
It's like, isn't wrestling wild? It's like only in wrestling can like shit like that happen.
I never thought I'd see that. I've never seen that before.
It's like if I don't know, Luke Skywalker walked into the fucking Starship Enterprise and pinned like an ensign, or something. It's like it's like wild, So I don't know. I thought this was fun. Problem here is that these two just almost killed each other last night. Nick Nemeth took something from Finlay. Finlay's claim is that Nick Nemeth didn't beat me. The cage beat me. He's still recovering from that cage match, and so that's why he lost. So fair enough. You know what I mean? That's a good excuse. And so
there he is taking ass attacks.
Right. And it's, well, when this match starts, it's the two guys that are feuding, right? And they lock up. They start doing mat wrestling. And I'm like, I get it that Dolph Ziggler also wants to get that shit in because he wants people to see that he's like supposed to be a shooter, like as far as an amateur guy. Like he went to Kent or something like that. He had the jacket on when he came out, so he was trying to establish that a little bit, but maybe in a different part of the match, maybe not the beginning. But anyway, so that was my little nitpick, if you want. But after the match, Nick Nemeth, he gets the mic and he talks about how Tanahashi couldn't be his tag partner because Tanahashi's hurt. So poor Taguchi, he just has to be like, oh, okay, well. And so Dolph Ziggler's like, I want a match with you, Tanahashi, who's on commentary. Tanahashi considers it briefly and agrees. And that is going to be probably at Windy City Fart Face. So that's what we're going to have there. I would think. Maybe not. So, Luke, we finally get it, right? You're wearing the t-shirt. I know who you support. You know what I mean? I'm wearing the Road Home from Wrestling t-shirt, but I also support Just Five Guys. We finally get this thing they've been building to forever. I mean, how many tag matches have we had leading up to this? Quite a few. It's finally the singles matches. It's just 5 guys versus LIJ singles match style, right? So these are all special singles matches, and the first one we get is Taka is coming, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah. We just wanted the whole thing, man.
Taka Michinoku versus Bushi, and this is fun. This is apparently, according to, I did catch the English commentary for the beginning of this, just to kind of, I just want to hear what they had to say. And they said that this is the first Taka singles match in New Japan in 2 years. So pretty cool. He has a blue mask coming out, representing the masked people of the world, and Bushi tries to set up the tope right away. That's kind of one of the stories of the match, is that he wants to hit the tope suicida, right? So Taka wants just face lock right away, so he's trying to do that. Now Taka gets a bunch of his shit in on Bushi, with Bushi getting some rope breaks as he's trying to put that face lock on. There's a really cool rolling headlock into the just face lock. Man, that was tremendous, So Bushi goes for the tried and true. Fuck your leg, So he starts going to the leg, doing the stomps and shit, and that allows him to finally get the tope for a count out spot. So Bushi is the face here, though, and so he rolls out and grabs Taka and puts him back in the ring. Don't want to win that way. Wants to win with the pin. Is that a mistake? So anyway, Taka's back in, but not before giving us a come on, which I thought was fun. That was from Bushi. So he rolls Taka into the ring and turns around the crowd and goes, come on. I always like that. So anyway, it's Bushi's turn to run through his offense. So Taka just ignores a Rana attempt, which is fun, and he puts on the just face lock. He's like, fuck you, Rana. So that was fun. That goes on for a little bit, that hold. Bushi reaches out, to like try to get a rope break. But, oh, no, he reaches out to tap. This is a cool spot. So it looks like Bushi's about to tap, but he runs into the rope, right? And he's like, oh, shit, and grabs it. And I thought that was pretty neat. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it was pretty cool, man. So anyway, he grabs the rope, and then all of a sudden, Zack Driver, no, but it's countered by the rewind kick. Fucking Bushi hits the goddamn motherfucking Zack Driver for 2. Son of a bitch. Man. Oh, God, I couldn't believe it. So, MX, here it goes. Bushi's coming in hot, but no, Taka kicks him out of the air. Taka says it's over and runs right into a drop kick and a knee smash for Bushi. So, MX, but no, drop kick to the leg. Instead, Bushi puts some wacky leg hold on Taka, who sells it like he's dying, and Taka just taps out.
Yeah, he does. Bushi, he gets his revenge because Taka did pin him earlier at some point in the tour, much to all of our surprise. I think it was at New Year's Dash. Yeah. Taka just won. What the fuck? We all saw that match and we're like, oh, obviously Taka's like, But no, Bushi gets his win back. Really nice, solid foundation for the rest of the matches to come. Just like, oh my God. I really liked that match. It was a good match. And next, I was starting to feel bad that I got to do this match, but you get Shingo versus Taichi, and fuck, that's oh my God. Anyway, this is Hiromu Takahashi.
These matches are awesome.
Hiromu Takahashi versus Doki. Doki comes out. Yes. Hiromu comes out. Doki does a suicida Kanemaru Gambit. Throws Hiromu in. Daybreak. No. Hiromu drapes him over the ropes. Sunset bomb. No. Oh my God. It's rebound counter city. Hiromu, though, he gets the upper hand here and catches Doki and DVD into the railing. And you're just like, oh my God.
Boom!
No, please. Because you and I know when we see that Death Valley driver, even if it's just a turnbuckle, we're like, oh shit. It's like seeing Okada finally hit his drop kick or hit a tombstone. Oh fuck, this is over.
Listen, we are both extremely emotionally invested in this match, and it pays off big time, right? So it's not just that the match is good. Like, it's like if you're emotionally invested in Doki, this is like the best match of all time.
All time. Oh my God. So he takes the fucking DVD into the railing, and I'm just like, please don't be the match that goes short so the others can go long, and thus, because if it's a really short match, well, Hiromu's not losing in 5 minutes. They'll never do that to him. So that's Doki. So I'm just like, oh no. Hiromu takes over and just lays a beating out on Doki. There's some more reversals, and Hiromu one step ahead of Doki again. Falcon Arrow for 2. There's massive Doki chance here. He hits a fantastic drop kick. Then Doki manages that to hit that top rope backflip moonsault that he wanted to get on the outside earlier, which he reversed which he had reversed on him. So he finally gets to hit that springboard double stomp for 2. Doki chokey, but no, Hiromu makes it to the ropes. And then Doki hits that Dodon move for 2. Daybreak. Sunset bomb, though. Oh, yeah. Hiromu gets his sunset bomb. Hiromu, though, he's like, a count-out win? I don't want to win that way. And for this, I know you might think, well, that's stupid. And yeah, it is. It's dumb. But I can also see in Hiromu's head, like, this guy pinned me for a 13 count. I'm getting him in there and fuck his shit up.
I'm pinning him.
So
it wasn't a babyface thing. It was like, no, fuck this guy. I'm pinning him. It was almost like when you pull a guy's head up at 2 almost. That's kind of what it was like.
It's like Hiromu's William Shatner and Doki is Christopher Lloyd, and Hiromu's just like, I have had enough of you. Just stomping him in the face. Anyway.
So he says, I've had enough of you. It's like that, right? That's how he does it.
Yeah. So he rolls himself and Doki into the ring. Hiromu DVD in the corner now. Uh-oh. Lots of almost pins and reversals. And the reversals that happen here by both men all incorporate some form of deadlifting the other opponent. And they're fucking quick and snappy. Like, oh, no, reverse. And just like, motherfucker. Doki's strong, but hey, Hiromu's been picking guys up all the time too. Most of his finishes involve holding someone up over his head, bang.
Dude, he won the fucking muscle contest,
Doki.
So I that section where they're doing all those crazy reversals and stuff and holds, to me, and pins, that was like Doki's like, well, I'm dipping into my pocket where I keep all my crazy lucha holds, and Hiromu's like, oh, I know that hold. And I have this hold. And it was like, it's a lot of that. And it was like pretty neat. And they did a lot of stuff they do not normally do.
If you remember their previews together, there's lots of various ways in which they just kind of catch each other and reverse the move. Like Doki going for his gory special and things like that. So these guys have been working on ways to make it look good when we need to do all these pick up, move. And Hiromu can hit it. Like, he's a top guy in New Japan. He can.
And Doki's always been a top guy.
In our hearts, he has. That's right. This is technically a Doki shirt. Yeah. He's on the back in this little silhouette thingy. Yuya's not. Yeah, Yuya's not on there. I think the silhouette's still Kanemaru. That son of a fucking bitch.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. So, lots of deadlifting fucking things. Pin battles. But Hiromu, that's the thing about this match. All the reversals and combinations, it's always Hiromu that comes out on top. Hiromu the champion. Hiromu the guy who's beaten you 4 other times or 5 other previous times. You ain't shit. But he can't handle that this fucking nobody beat him in a rando tag match. He just can't handle that shit. So there's a time bomb for 2, time bomb 1. Doki loses a lariat exchange. Time bomb 1. Time bomb 1.5 for 2. Oh, Doki chants reigns, and Hiromu is like, he don't look too happy about that. Amazing reversal by Doki into a Doki chokey, and Doki kind of like rolls away from the ropes, and then Hiromu deadlifts him up, and he's grinning. He's got a big smile on his face. He's just like, it's time bomb time. 1, 1.5, 2. You're fucked. Goes up for it. Doki kind of makes his body long, so he kind of stretches out so he can land wide on his feet in order to pick him up for some kind of... Who did this style of DDT all the time? It looks like an execution kind of DDT or something.
I
Spike
thought it
kind
was
of,
like a headlock driver is what I thought it was, but
yeah,
it was different, you know.
looks amazing. And Hiromu's what the fuck was that? Shock when he kind of hits, bounces up, and then goes down. He's got a fucking dumbfounded expression on his face. Hiromu can't believe this shit. There's some kind of spinning slam thing by Doki.
Dude.
And then he's like, oh, fuck.
Crowd goes bonkers here. And I was standing up going, come on, Doki! Come on, Doki! This match had me on my feet, man.
I'm feeling emotional. I'm like, my eyes might be watering. I'm like, go, fucking Doki!
You got
it. And then Doki goes, yeah. He stands up. I don't care. He fucking picks up Hiromu for the suplex de la Luna, and he goes up for it, and it's no. Hiromu starts to reverse it, and that's when I'm like, oh fuck, it's over.
Yeah.
And then Doki reminds you that I won a bodybuilding contest, bitch. If I want to suplex you, you're getting suplexed. So suplex de la Luna, no. And suplex de la Luna, yes. 1, 2, 3. He might as well have won the junior title as far as I'm concerned.
Dude.
Doki, this is a kind of match that does nothing to hurt Hiromu Takahashi and everything to give Doki the push. He might not shoot straight up to a title feud or anything like that, but now you've heated him up. He just beat Hiromu.
This will be a highlight. This will be a highlight of his year for sure. You know, when we look back on Doki's, 2024 or whatever year it is, we'll be thinking about this as a high point for sure. I hope that's not the highest point, but man, what a match. The match is fucking awesome. It's rare that I care that much about anything that I'm watching, in wrestling. And I was fucking fired up. I mean, I was yelling. I was on my feet, like I said, just yelling at the TV. Come on, please. And that last moment, you described it so well, where he had him up for the suplex, and then they just played with our emotions by being like, oh no, Hiromu's going to counter it. And here we go, time bomb 2, but no, Doki's just like, fuck you, bro. It just throws him back.
That's it.
Oh man, I thought that
they've been deadlifting each other all match as well, so it was kind of the perfect finish to kind of go. No, you're taking it.
So Doki, he finally exercises the demon, defeats Hiromu, and Hiromu on his way to the back doesn't throw a fit. He walks back like fuck, like he's stunned. And so it's like, remember when he got pinned and how Hiromu threw a childish fit that was kind of like, hey, it's not that bad getting pinned by Doki. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? So Hiromu's reaction to getting beat changed too. I mean, well, how much character like stuff did we get? Just between 3-4 matches between these two. It's like, wow, they're good.
You can't be too mad. Like, I can see him being mad, getting trapped in a 13 count, and then Naito gingerly just kicking Doki off at the end. I could see him being fucking pissed off from that. But fair cop, suplex de la Luna. You got it. You hit it. I don't like it, but you did it. Fair cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great, man. Yeah, I was so happy. And you watched it after me, and you were like, and I don't know if you caught this, but you were like, oh, I can't wait to watch that match. And when I don't want you to know a finish, I don't say anything. Well, this time I was like, oh, it's really good. So, just to make sure I'm throwing you off a little bit there. So anyway, because I didn't want to be like, oh, it's so great. You in particular are going to like it. I didn't want to say nothing.
Because that would have mean one thing to me. Doki wins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
I felt that emotion that you did watching it. So, yeah, it worked.
Tremendous. Anyway. All right. So, next we have another, Never Open Podcast favorite combo. It is Taichi versus Shingo. The story continues. It's tremendous. And there's only one man that I want ref in this match, and that is Marty Asami, and he's fucking in. So, this is Taichi's hometown, Sapporo, right? So he gets the full entrance with the, singing that makes all of our hearts flutter with joy. And Okada's on commentary for some reason. Now, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like you were talking about,
Yeah,
you don't
you
like
left.
how he's going
Now get the
out.
fuck
Like,
out.
fuck it. We can't miss you if you don't go away. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't like that because it kind of scoops everybody's heat, for the rest of the night because there he is. But
Leave.
whatever.
You stayed there for another 20 years, he'd have turned into Makabe 5.0 or something.
He's eating burgers. Anyway, so it's great. When the bell rings, all right, we get the, never heavyweight title shit that we're come to expect. And it's one of those matches where the crowd cheers everything everybody does, right? So, Shingo's the de facto heel here because Taichi's the hometown boy. And, Taichi, that's a better dynamic between those two, I think. So they're mad at Shingo for what he does, but they still love him. So Taichi acts like, let's see, he acts like he's gonna look for the camera, right? And he just waves it off. Fuck that shit. Fuck ska and fuck that shit. So he only likes operatic rock. Like he likes Meatloaf, like shit like that. You know what I mean? So anyway, Shingo catches. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Seem to be a Queen fan as well, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's an operatic rock.
Yeah.
I would say something like that for sure. I agree. Yeah, he's a big fan of the opera guy too. It's kind of rocking, but it's it's not quite his thing, but it's pretty close. But anyway, all right. So where were we? Yeah, Shingo catches a kick, but Taichi still slaps the leg. Whoops, that was funny. But it looked awesome. But it's like, we shouldn't make that sound. So we get a dragon screw from Shingo, and he teases liking ska. He's looking for the camera, but then he hits some moves and proclaims that he does in fact like ska. Taichi doesn't give a fuck about that shit though. So he hits a big Gamenguri in the corner, and Chumpy yells at both wrestlers for no reason. Just starts yelling at him. Why? Like, don't know what head kicks aren't allowed now? What do you want, Chumpy? He was so mad at him, and it's like, what do you?
No.
Yeah, no wrestling in this corner. This is my corner. Like, what is this? So,
You're blocking the sponsors. Get the fuck out.
Taichi hits a really cool like air raid type. It's not Black Mephisto, but it was kind of like that a little bit, Yeah. And he points at the camera. And he what's to say? He points at the camera, tears his pants off as he curses the genre of music known as ska. And there's a Black Mephisto, but no, it's countered into a Rana, which is always fun to see when Shingo does that, and a DDT. So sweet lariat in the corner from Shingo, and he goes for the superplex. Huge DVD off the top though, but Taichi stays up. He's firing up, and they suplex each other all over the place, and it's awesome. Dangerous suplex for a double down and a wrist control lariat. Okay, so they get up from the double down. They both have wrist control, and they just start fucking layering at each other. It's just like, wow, I love that. So now it's a running lariat war time. So they're going to do that, but neither guy will go down. They both are the men, and eventually they both go down just from like exhaustion, and a standing 10 count incurs. I like the standing 10 count, but we can't do that in every match now. Just saying, New Japan, take it easy. They're doing that a lot lately, and it's like, it can't, if it is, I guess, like another spot that has to be in every match, it's like, okay, we can't have an every match tonight. So but there's more and more lariats, more and more suplexes, and a bunch of spots like leading to another standing 10 count. And I'm like, okay, easy. But I'm glad I'm not watching with English commentary, because I'm assuming that they're going to be speculating on the finish, right? As soon as there's a standing 10 count, I would assume they were going to be guessing the finish, which gets me irritated. So
I can't tell you any insights, man. Like, to be honest, I was so into the previous match, this match, the next match, and the main event that I was in tune-out mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, locked in. That's understandable. I mean, this shit is awesome. So
amazing.
Oh man, so we get like a million awesome fire up spots that leads to that's another standing 10 count, like I said. They want so both guys kind of climb up each other, after a big double down in the standing 10 count, and they start fighting, and they both want a winner, damn it, and the crowd wants a winner, and they're both punched out, hitting huge strikes. But I guess the point of that previous statement was that like they both could barely stand, but they helped each other beat the 10 count because they won a winner. That's the point I was trying to make, which was pretty cool.
That's a really cool kind of thing. Yeah, I like that.
So and they're both just completely punched out. They're trying to hit strikes, but they both just go down from exhaustion. Taichi's up first, and he blocks a lariat with a Gavanguri. Taichi hits a drop kick on Shingo and follows up with a snap bridging dangerous suplex and fucking pins Shingo. 1, 2, 3.
Dangerous.
Shingo is kind of a sore loser, and Taichi's trying to be cool with him, and Taichi
He's
celebrates.
A sore loser. You know how? Chumpy's like, that must have hurt, buddy. Here's some ice. And he shoves Chumpy. Get the fuck out of here.
Get away from me.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
This is an awesome match, and I was surprised that Taichi won. Happily surprised. Shingo's one of those guys. He could lose his next 10 matches, and you could think that like he could win absolutely every single one of them at any time. He's just that kind of guy. He's kind of like Ishii in that respect, I guess. But I guess moreover, and ex-world champion and stuff. So I don't know. It's an awesome win. This is another one of those awesome wins that does a lot for Taichi and doesn't hurt Shingo at all. Nice, and it builds up some of your members of just 5 guys. You need to look. Sonata's pretty well heated as their guy going for the main title guy. You got to heat up Taichi a bit for the mid. Well, not mid card. You know what I mean, like the global or the yeah.
Taichi's mid card for life, bro. He might as well do the zigzag. You know what I mean? He's mid card for life. That's okay. I've come to terms with it.
In our hearts, though, he and Doki got both co-main event the Dome. So that's damn right. All right, so that was never as fuck, by the way.
Oh yeah,
absolutely never as fuck. So I didn't get that flavor for the previous night. Shingo Taichi, they got us, buddy. Yeah. And here we are. It is Yota Tsuji versus Yuya Uemura. Hair versus hair. Video, like, here's how important hair versus hair is. The fucking video package might as well have been some kind of Rocky package with the music. It's like real gotta get your hair, your hair's coming off, I hate you, Brab. That's the fucking video package. This match is absolutely incredible, and I think I like it more than their Tokyo Day match. It has a very old school wrestling kind of feel mixed in with all the kind of modern new shit and their own shit that these two men know how to do. I love how Yuya works the fuck your arm angle with, you probably like it too, with the fucking arm drags. And the way he does the arm drags and Yota Tsuji sells them, fucking dead.
I mean,
like his arm.
Yeah, like, why are you thinking an arm drag? It hurts. No, arm drag's supposed to look smooth, right? These guys make it look like it hurts like a bitch.
Yeah. So whilst the story of Yuya Uemura is the arm drags, the arm submissions, he's made Yota Tsuji tap out before he wants to do it again. So that's what he's doing this match. What Yota Tsuji's doing is, you like breathing? Fucking ribs and back, both sides, working them big time. And to work both these body parts, they're not necessarily doing fucking the newest shit you see possible. I see Yota Tsuji doing Bret Hart shit, like Tooth the World backbreakers, or just the normal kind of backbreaker stuff, or just elbow drops to guts, things like that. Just stomp, and then working the arm. These are simple moves you have seen a million times if you've watched wrestling for a few decades, or if you like going back to watch old wrestling. But then they just incorporate all their kind of new shit into it as well. And their kind of characters. It's amazing. I love it. And they fucking kill each other. I believe, I don't know if backstage they're both like, hey, how's it going, bro? Hey, bro. But I believe that these two not only hate each other, but would definitely appreciate not cutting their hair off, but just grabbing and just pulling it all out. That's what I think these two want to do, really. So it's a fucking gnarly story, and it's a story of like who can hold on the longest. Can Yota Tsuji hang on with his arm that's continually failing him or will it be the fact that Yuya Uemura's midsection and his hard of breathing is going to be his downfall? Well, I just love the finish of this match because remember how I wasn't sold on someone using a spear for a finisher like this?
Yeah, it's worked out.
He puts he does his spears have an extra stank, and I love it, and it works. You don't necessarily need your full arm power to hit the spear. He's kind of dead, and Yuya Uemura is kind of standing up. He's like, oh, and then that's his opportunity. He's been waiting for this opportunity. Every single time he's gone for a gene blast, arm drag, submissions. I'm almost fucking dead. He just needs to hit it once, and he's got it. And weaken him enough to do it. And he finally fucking biggest gene blast I ever seen. I'm not even laughing at the name anymore. I don't care. Move looks like that. You could call it fucking Bukaki surprise. I don't care. It's awesome.
That's like the Kanemaru Gambit, but a little bit.
Yeah. I fucking love this match. Yuya Uemura takes it like a man, leaves the ring, brings a chair in, sits. Oh, someone brings a chair and he sits on it. He lets Yota Tsuji take the first bit of hair, the trophy. Cool. And then Yuya Uemura's like, nah, motherfucker, I'll do bits of this. And then it's going to take too long. Main event's got to come on. I'm going to go back and get my hair cut. I loved it. I don't even think this hurts Yuya Uemura. This kind of adds to the drama of it. I don't know. Like, I feel like the right guy won this match. Yeah.
I agree with that. I mean, just 5 guys are underdogs. They have to be. They can't win a bunch of matches. That's not going to happen. You know what I mean?
What I love is the 2 biggest underdogs of just 5 guys won their match. I mean, I know Taka's he's a legend, so it doesn't. He's in that Jado, Gato, Dick Togo position, so
he's
it doesn't.
The dad.
Yeah. So that it's fine. Whereas Doki, probably your biggest junior underdog, you might have Taichi. I think I see him as an underdog.
He's always an underdog. Yeah. It's true. So, I mean, so a couple things about this too that were pretty neat is that the hair versus hair thing. I always make the joke, oh, what's so bad about being bald? But that's not what this is about. It's not about I'm taking
it's about
your
you
hair.
Starting again as a young lion.
You got it. Absolutely. The hair to a young lion represents their identity. That's the first thing they're allowed to do that isn't black trunks and black boots. So he's taking his identity away from him and saying, like you said, you got to start over, which is tremendous. And so that is going to build a lot of sympathy for Yuya because it's not like he didn't almost win. And you know what I mean? Exactly. And something I thought this match was really ambitious, especially on Tsuji's end, because his arm is fucked. He can't do his like signature offense until late in the match. Like I'm talking like most of the match, he doesn't get any of his signature spots in, and he's relying on other things, counters maybe that he's not done before, or things that are not what his signature spots are. And I thought that was pretty ambitious on his part because that's probably not easy to do at all. And, some of the like reversal spots were just really incredible. And the fact that they've gotten an arm drag over is like a huge fucking spot. I mean, the match ends with a huge arm drag, like, as one of the like catalysts to move into the finish. It's like, it's just wild. And I
the crowd go nuts for normal moves. Like, hour-long moves in the 70s just had those moves, like that. These kind of old school moves. Yeah. Crowds just fucking going nuts for both guys doing them. Why? They're invested. We're invested. This Just 5 Guys feud with LIJ has been one of the best feuds going, and it was only the previous night I was thinking to myself, all right, I'm ready for these matches to happen. When are they? Oh,
here we go. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
This match is absolutely fucking incredible. These guys both have it. The it factor, I might give the edge a little bit to Yota. He seems to be a little bit more confident and put together in what he does. And as you say, ambitious. But Yuya Uemura is fantastic as well. I like he's got the underdog heart. They're both going to go fucking far. I hope so. Amazing match.
I love that he took the clippers from Yota Tsuji too. That was
Yeah.
cool. I was like, what's he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna cut himself. Which, by the way, I want to know what brand of clippers those are, because normally their hair is wet from sweat and they can't quite get it to work. You know what I mean? After I've seen a lot of hair versus hair matches in person, and it's always like that. They can't quite get it to work, so they just kind of cut some of it and give up. Those fucking clippers cut him bald, man. I was like, wow, those must be very good.
Anyway. Well, he probably just didn't have one of the things, the attachments on it. If you don't put an attachment on it, it's just going to shave.
But not when your hair is wet. That's what I'm saying. When your hair is
wet and sweaty and stuff,
it never cuts. I've seen.
You know what?
It's
I reckon that wasn't a fucking pair of hair shears as well. I reckon they brought out a pair of fucking sheep shears or something.
Could be
a bit more industrial, heavy duty to fucking do it. Yeah,
they fucking ruled. But anyway, it's time for the main event, Luke. It is the IWGP Heavyweight Title match. It's Sonata versus the champion Tetsuya Naito, and the crowd goes bonkers for Naito, of course. Sonata's out in new red gear, and Doki also had red gear as well. I thought that was interesting. So the crowd is forsaken Sonata, though, for their neon god, Tetsuya Naito. I don't know what made me write that, but that's what I'm writing in my notes. So anyway, I don't want to go through this match move by move, because I think this is like, if you've seen one of these matches, you know what you're going to get. I would just say that there are many spots in this match. I mean, you're going to get Naito trying to kill somebody and just destroy their neck. That's what it is, right? And Sonata trying to survive that and trying to win. And that's kind of, he has his own fuck your neck, fuck my neck, no fuck your neck. And some of the spots in this are extremely violent. I mean, Naito matches are always violent. They kind of have a couple things. They're long. They kind of take a little while to get there, but once they start getting violent, it gets insane, and they get botchy towards the end, right? That's kind of like his matches, right? It's like, and that's exactly this match.
A good kind of botch, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's not.
I'm really fucked and injured, and so we made a mistake. But no,
it kind of hurts the end of this match though, because Naito goes for the tornado DDT, right? And remember that time he just fucking like Tanahashi took that move so weird, and it just was like thud, and it was like, whoa, that was different, and we just moved on. It was like everything's fine. They kind of do that here, but then they act like it's a hold, but then it's not, and it kind of drags the match to a halt just briefly. And that was right towards the end, and that was very strange. And then they like redo the spot, and then it is a hold, and it's like, well, what what happened there? But that was weird. But other than that, I really liked it a lot. Of course, Naito wins. He turns that DDT thing into a roll-up there at the end, like I was talking about, and he gets the win with the roll-up. So that keeps Sonata somewhat strong. What was your favorite fuck your neck spot, Luke?
Oh, my God. Tetsuya Naito's magic killery kind of one. Did he, like, he did it, like, on the outside as well?
Dude.
Like, set him up like for a magic killer on the apron and just went fucking crunch.
Looked like it hurt a lot.
Yeah. I thought this match was really good and about as well wrestled as some of the other matches we've seen tonight. However, I wasn't necessarily as invested as, say, Yota Yuya, Shingo Taichi, or Doki Hiromu, and that's because I feel like if you're going to give Naito his bit of a run, I think this is the time.
Yeah.
And it's too soon to take it off him. Look how over he is. You can't tell me he doesn't deserve a year as a champ. Like, you can't. Look how over the dude is.
He's got a list of people to beat,
And you don't even need to have him wrestle every show. Right. Just have him just walk out and go, hey, I'm Shingo's buddy. He's wrestling right now.
Shingo's your friend. Him. I love him.
Yeah. By the way, I might know Maya Iwatani, and suddenly she's got like everyone in New Japan's like, yeah, Maya, because she's a friend of Naito. Hey, that's how you do it. Yeah, got to be a friend of Naito's if you want to get over in New Japan. I really like the match. The ending's a bit sudden, but I would also say the story of that ending was Sonata always having an answer for the Destino.
Yeah,
and Naito's like, well, I still want to win the fucking match, so yeah. He's got a bit of that. Maybe it's his age a bit and all that kind of stuff, like the Tanahashi thing. Hey, and it took me a couple of days maybe to be like, all right, fine, because I don't always like the roll-up finishes. But he's older. People say he's breaking down. Let him have the fucking roll-up. Outwit my opponent roll-up finish like a Tanahashi. All right, fine. And it doesn't make Sonata look weak. It means he got caught by surprise, and boom.
Yeah,
Yep.
almost.
Yeah. And it keeps Sonata warmed up for whatever they decide to do with him next.
Did you see some of this post-match stuff? Because there is some funny shit that happens post-match. So Naito, it does his whole routine, right? And then he sees Okada on commentary, and he invites him in the ring. Come in, right? And Okada's like, no. But then the crowd is like, Okada, fucking get in that ring. Okada gets in the ring, and they just start like doing reversals. Like, it's so funny. Like, Naito's like, I'll get you. And they start doing reversals, and he's like, I'll get the Rainmaker. But then they just kind of stand there, you know, and it's a really fun little thing. And I don't know.
Even as Naito fooled because he puts his arm up for the fist bump. And I'm just thinking, like, it doesn't matter if you're leaving. You're not in LIJ. You're not getting the fist bump. Lo and behold, he does not get the fist bump.
Oh, so fun, you know, because he's done that to Okada a bunch of times. And the other thing that happened after the show is that when Naito went backstage for his backstage comments, guess who was waiting for him? Show was sitting there acting like he was Naito, right? So Naito walks up, and it was so great because Naito is looking at him. And Show's like, oh, you know, growling at him and saying he's gonna fuck him up or whatever, and calling him a fake champion or something. And so Naito is like, well, where's your belt? And he does one of these. He goes, looking around for the belt. and Show's like, well, you know, it's over there. It's getting shined up or something like that. Meanwhile, Yo has stolen it. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I was just like, oh wow, we really are at the end. But there's one more thing we need to talk about.
We got a lot. We got like, man, this is gonna be a long episode, but yeah, it's New Japan Cup got announced, right?
Yes. So sometimes there's a silver lining to us not recording at the time we wanted to originally, and that is news. So what half of the bracket you want to read out? I'll do the other half.
Well, you start because I am prepared for sure. So,
all right, cool. So we definitely have Sonata, who's having a bye in the first round. All right, so he will be wrestling the winner of Yoshihashi and Kenta. Oh my god!
Oh, that's great.
I just got a stiffy there just then. Oh look, Shota Umino versus Jack Perry. And
so that we talked about that earlier. They're already trying to build to that. So who will Jack Perry squash or beat at Windy City Fart? Like, who's he going to beat? He's got to beat like somebody that Shota's cool with, maybe. Like, I'm not sure who it's going to be, but he's got to beat somebody in like a cool Japanese style match.
Definitely. We've got Toriano versus Yuichiro Takahashi.
Wow, high work rate.
Yeah. TJP versus David Finlay. Okay.
That'll be good. I wonder how many missed spots? 3?
Yes. Yeah. All the missed. We got Tongaloa versus the Great Khan.
What? I thought he went to.
Oh, I thought he left with his brother. No, he's. Oh, god damn it.
He's staying.
We got Tomohiro Ishii versus Chase Owens, and you watch them piss me off by having Chase win because we can't have them have Ishii versus Goto, can we? Fuck you! I want that match, and I want
that's
Ishii
a great
to fight.
match. Ishii versus Goto is a fantastic match. I'd love to see that. Yeah. Well, but Chase Owens is a tag champion, but Ishii's stank belt champion. So
no, he's not.
Oh, that's right.
Technically, he is.
That's right. Nobody is.
You know what they also could have done if we're just going to have tag matches until the end of his run? Well, his last match could have been a 6-man never open tag team title match.
They didn't do that.
Sake. No, they decided to fucking give him a triple round of roll at the same time while he's on his way out.
All right. So the other side of the bracket reads as follows. We have Evil, who will face the winner of Hikuleo and Bolton Oleg. And
That's a
Boltin
nice.
Oleg is getting a
I'm
spot,
interested in
but
that.
Hanare isn't. What?
Yeah, Hanare.
So Hanare's
Hanare's
got to be legit injured. That
yeah, he's
sucks,
injured.
man. I'm
Yeah, it
sad.
sucks.
That's because, man, he was on such a good run, and that's
Yeah.
just I hate it. Anyway, the other matchups we have is Shingo Takagi versus Yuya Uemura. Interesting. That'll be
You just got to
fantastic.
lose this. I want the story being he's lost his hair, doesn't have his full confidence yet, and now he's going to build
Rebuild
himself
it.
back up.
Okay. Well, it'll be awesome either way because
Oh
Shingo,
yeah,
even
fuck
though
yeah.
no matter who wins, Shingo will make sure that's awesome. Now, interesting. Oh, Callum Newman versus Gabe Kidd. I suspect that we're going to prognosticate and we'll have our bracketology episode, of course, but, just a preview. I just really think that Callum Newman's going to win that. And I think he's going to get a good run in this tournament. I think they really like him, just my opinion. And
Yeah.
Gabe Kidd has been tweeting a bunch like, oh, cool. Thanks for the first round bye, like that kind of shit. Also, we've now learned that Callum Newman is a heavyweight. So I thought the only person in this tournament that isn't like specifically a heavyweight is TJP, but he said he's a heavyweight now. So Callum Newman, we've never really known, right? So here we are.
Yeah.
All right. So
No.
the next bracket,
dude,
yeah.
Callum Newman is like Undertaker tall. You can't.
Yeah, he
there's
is
no
tall.
universe you can tell me is a fucking junior.
I mean, they've done it. They've done it before with guys that come in and are skinny. I didn't know. Yeah, Trent Barretta, man, he is so great in Japan. Anyway, here's some other matchups that we have. We also have Yota Tsuji versus Jeff Cobb, which will be fucking fantastic. So can't wait to see that. El Phantasmo versus Mikey Nichols. No Shane Haste, just Mikey. So yeah, maybe I don't know what's going on with him, but ELP wrestling him will be fantastic. And then Taichi versus Ren Narita, a little hot versus, which will be fun. And that person who wins that match faces Zack Sabre Jr. Techers explode, please.
No. I'm here to not only burst your bubble, I'm here to give to you what you gave to me earlier with the House of Torture, and then like they take away things. We want Taichi Zack Sabre Jr. You know you want it. I want it. I even wanted to see him do an elbow bump or just acknowledge each other at the start, then fucking go for it. But you just know, push up bra, Ren Narita versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, you're right. But anyway, a guy can dream,
Yes, and one day we'll never get Hiromu versus well. But yes, those are the brackets. Is there anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, they did announce the anniversary show on the 6th, so I think that's the next show, and then the New Japan Cup is right after that. So I don't know, we might slide something in between that, but maybe not. I think our next show will probably be the anniversary show episode, but we'll see.
It sure will. Not only is it the anniversary episode, it is also the first night of the New Japan Cup. So we got
gotcha.
Oh my god! All right, we got Tomoaki Honma and Tongaloa versus Okan on the Cob. Yes, please. I like those two together. Okan on the Cob. I mean, ELP Hikuleo versus Mikey and Zack Sabre Jr. Then we got Despi Ishii and Goto Tanahashi versus LIJ guys, Shingo, Yota, Hiromu, and Bushi. Cool. Callum Akira and TJP versus Gato, Gabe Kidd, and David Finlay.
I like that trio.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. We got Doki, Yuya, Taichi, and Sonata versus Dick Togo, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Ren Narita, and Evil. Yeah, give me that. I'm going to have a fun time with that. And if you want to set up a mini Doki versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru feud, I'd be fucking down with that too. Thank you. And please, and thank you. Then we got like 4 matches for the New Japan Cup.
Matches, right?
Yeah. Yano versus Yujiro. Probably a good match to start with, just so we don't have to see Yujiro again the whole tournament unless in tags. Oh, fuck, he's winning, isn't he? Yoshihashi versus Kenta. I don't care who wins that. I just want to see them in the ring together. And Kenta, if he gets Bochan, we all know who really won that match. It was Kenta. And then we got Shooter versus Jack Perry. And then the main event is Naito versus Sho. Come into that.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun, man.
You just sent me a fucking a photo. I don't know how long ago you sent it to me. 8:43. I wish I'd seen that sooner. The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer with Yoshihashi's face on it, and he's in the armor and everything. That is fucking incredible. Thank you for showing that to me.
Yeah,
all
check
right.
the Google Drive. There's some fun stuff in there. That's one of the things.
I'll definitely be checking that. Whew. All right. How busy are you? Do you want a diary or do you want to edit? Like, what's going on?
Luke,
long show.
The Wrestling Diary is the part of our show.
All right. Yes. Well, let's just go for. Oh my god. I think we do Honma. You see the next one in line? I don't care. He's the one I'm reading now.
Kokeshi is happy.
That's it. Everyone is happy, says Jay, who sent us this. Thank you, Jay. It's Wrestle Diaries. If you're a fan of the New Japan Fan Club, apparently, you get diaries of all your favorite wrestlers. And we read those diaries out, usually one an episode. And here they are. We never know what exactly we're going to get, but it is episode 244 of Tomoaki Honma's diary. It is entitled Okada Resigns. January 28th. Oh, and there's a photo of him in a Honma Mania shirt, about to eat a cherry. So
it's run a while, brother.
That's right. He's gonna eat the cherry good. So yes, January 28th, 2024. Hello everyone, Kokeshi here. Thank you all for coming to the venues during New Beginning. During the middle of the tour, some big news dropped. Okada is resigning. I was so surprised. Tanahashi became the president. Ren Narita joined House of Torture. It's just as surprising. No, it's way more surprising than that.
Whoa.
Wherever he goes, we'll still be friends and comrades in arms. I only spent a short time with Okada, but I'll always picture him laughing. That's because he has the heart of a boy. I think there was always laughter around him. I think he's going to leave a big hole. We may lose fans and attendance might drop. Have you heard Naito, motherfucker? No, I don't think it's going to worry. I mean, Naito could just come out there and sit on a fucking lounge chair the whole show. The crowd's like, Naito! That's what we're going to hear. We might have to be patient going forward. Still, every crisis is an opportunity. No longer will it rain money. Instead, it's going to rain Kokeshi dolls. I'm going to go for it this year. I'm going to change my situation. Awesome. One man has declared himself the new ace, Shota Umino. There's a bright future ahead of us. It's going to be okay, New Japan Pro Wrestling. We'll be fine. We have everyone who supports us, and we can open a new page together. Page, yeah. I'm sure it was you can open a page. Yeah. I'm looking for English where there is none, so I'm the asshole, not him.
Well, it could be bad translation, though. Because, he may have written a book, and some asshole was like, I'm going to make him sound weird. Page.
It just rolled off the tongue weird, so of course I assumed. So, Luke is an asshole. I'm sure it was a tough decision for Okada. I hope he does well with it. Jump to all these young people and not be the champion for 5 or 6 years. I hope he does well wherever he goes. I'm not even going to job my 6-man titles. No, he'll be fine too. Whatever path you choose, I think it's the right one. Yeah, he doesn't have to go on his back. All right, I'll stop. I went to the Animal Hamaguchi training gym in my hometown for the first time in a while. Back when I was there, it was behind the Thunder Gate, next to the back of Gorogoro Kaikan. Nowadays, the dojo is next to the chairman's house. I don't know how I read that all right. When I went there, he wasn't there, though. I gave up. That was not my fault. And was about to leave when the chairman and Mama-san walked in front of me. They called Kyoko to come too. The chairman was carrying his daughter, Hina, in his arms. As usual, Hina was laughing like crazy, jumping around and trying to give everyone a Kokeshi. She was laughing her head off the whole time. And there's Honma having a blast with a whole bunch of people. The chairman's laughter. I don't know who's who in that.
Vince McMahon.
I'm sorry.
It's Vince
McMahon. Right. Oh my goodness. The chairman's laughter cheers everyone up. I want to be that kind of man too.
Aww.
The tour is still going on. Please come to the venue by all means. Kokeshi is happy. Everyone is happy.
It's true. Oh, that's nice. I like it
Yeah,
when Kokeshi's happy. I have a feeling that deep inside, he's a little sad, sometimes. And that's okay. It's okay to be sad sometimes. We're all sad sometimes.
that's right. And who would have known that on his last that the last time we'll probably speak about him on a regular basis? That I had no idea that I would also have a mini. It only kind of clicked in my place about, hey, Carter. I'm just like, yeah. So yeah,
Hey, you're
I
right. You're of course you're right. I just play devil's advocate. But I don't care that much either. That's the other thing. So I just Okada's
yeah,
always gotten whatever he wants, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, pretty much. Couldn't even lose the fucking stank belts. You didn't even have to get pinned in that match. There's an Ishii right there. Sorry, Ishii, no offense. Anyway, that has been a very long show. A good show. I've been very extra chatty, everyone, because we were supposed to record this 2 days ago. And I look forward to chatting with my bro. Didn't get to do it for 2 days. And I did it here. So, yeah. Sorry, Mr. Guy, if I was extra chatty, but fuck you. I want to talk to you. So there you
yeah, fuck you too.
go. Oh, my God. So, unless there is something that Mr. Guy would like to add. In Gato, we trust.